welcome back. Stakers 1v1 me upon us. As is nightly routine, we jump onto the train with a slew of teams, 5 of which these games are going to be bringing us with a couple of familiar faces, a couple of new ones that we have not seen as of last night or Monday. We're rolling along through this week pretty quickly as time does continue to move by. It does not stop, and neither do we. How you guys doing tonight? What's good? What's up? What's happening? Let's check up what's going on the schedule real quick, why don't we? Just so you guys get a good idea as to what we're looking for on the docket for the night from beginning to end. I mean, we got ourselves a pretty tame one, but starting things out with Langor and Nate will be a banger. It's Decrat and Jared on a rematch to where they're going to be out for blood. Frizzy on the double back-to-back against first Team Jared and then next Team Tiski following... I see, it should be actually that should be Team Louis for the Frizzy match. I apologize on the graphic. That should be Louis for the 12 o'clock game, not Jared. And STX versus Empathy for the end. So it's going to be a little bit of a difference in skill level from game to game for Frizzy and Little Beer in that 12 o'clock to 12:30 game. The bottom of the board for the league for then to play out against Louis is going to be insane. So before we do talk about that one, we got a couple of things as far as housekeeping are concerned before we get our interviews as well. Take a look at this neat little graphic that we've got thanks to the wonderful people over at 1v1 Me. Keeps that Langor and Coco, Nate and Cameron, the dynamic duos of our first game of the night, a little bit towards the middling side of the board as far as the league is concerned, but you can see that they have their stats laid out before them that give them their ups. Definitely that 58% first blood. That is insane for Nate and Cameron. If you can't see that much and think, damn, these guys are fighting fast, then I don't know what really must scream that to you. This is one of the highest first blood percentages that we have in the league in general, I think, guys. That's how I feel, at least. I think the seeing a 58% is wild. There's one percentage that's higher. There's one percentage that's higher, and it's going to be seen tonight, so keep your eye out for that one. What's up, Sarcastic Dan? How you doing? How you doing? What's up, Plain Dave, Mo Money Trill? You guys are up at the hour we need you to be in the Twitch chat as well. VenomX Nate, if you can make a 5-man team out of all the players in the league, who would you pick and how good do you think they would do? That's a good ass question, I gotta say. I think definitely probably picking up Frizzy and Little Beer to talk about that one. That's a good one. Please do a sound check. Okay, guys, sound check. Here, check this. Check this. Here's the fart sound effect. That should be a reasonable volume when they're ass, when they whiff, when they're trash. That should be a reasonable fart sound, I gotta say, right? I thought my phone was drunk. The audio is off. Audio should still be fine. Everything is fine on my end. Last time we had an issue like this, it was 1v1 Me app having a little bit of a seizure, but my sound is fine as of right now. The Discord audio for the interviews is going to be that next check that we're going to go through, and obviously then stream sound as well. But I've checked all that myself, and it should be fine and dandy, ready to go. But yeah, my end, everything is good. Sounds good. Sounds good. Let me know if anything does sound bad, though. If the balance is off, if the music's too loud, if I'm too loud or too quiet, just let me know. But if I were to find a 5-man team of all the players in this league, that's a pretty tough question. I'm gonna think definitely Frizzy and Little Beer. I think that if we're going for the individuals, you gotta say Shane and Slump. Those two guys are gonna bring it to the table for a lot of experience as well as the outright firepower. I'd probably pick those 4 outright. And then it's a tough toss-up for that 5th player slot. I mean, I'd like to be able to pick an in-game leader ideally from out this pool of players, and there aren't too many of those, to be honest with you. Frizzy's capable of it. Let's take a look at the leaderboard actually before we do that as well, so everybody can understand where these teams lie on the season on week 5 right now. You can see it's a really tight race for number 1, honestly, right now, with 16, 15, 14, and 13 wins between Slump, Laboom, Empathy, and Hambuga in 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place. A little bit farther behind that is Louis with 2 wins a distant, and then you can see that it's going to be 10 for Caker and Trick. So it's like the top 8 race is where we're really at that high point in the season right now, and I think the bottom side with Fusion and Tiski is just, unfortunately going to require them to win out on what feels like every game they play. That's going to be a little bit unrealistic to expect of them, to be frank with you. I guess the 5th player would probably be Louis. As far as firepower goes, that team's going to be the best of them, but the roles aren't exactly perfect. Slump was an AWPer at one point, a sniper player, but Let's check our interviews out real fast just so we can get an insight on these guys. Nate needs to get more games in. That's absolutely true. And let's talk about that with them. Why don't we? Nate and Cameron, it's been a while. How are we doing tonight? How's the week treating you? We're at the hump day.
Hello, hello.
Yo, they can't hear me, so the audio check for Discord is great.
Wait, did we get dragged?
Yes,
yeah,
you did.
Right
you
now.
can hear me,
Lisa
yeah?
talking.
Oh.
Hello?
Yep.
Hello,
Okay,
hello.
you can hear me. What's up,
We hear you
guys?
now.
How you doing?
Yeah, what's up?
Yo.
Doing well.
How's the week treating you? We just hit hump day.
Oh yeah. Week was treating us, I'd say, great, right, Cameron?
Well, I had a little bumpy few days, but you know, we're
Yeah,
here, we're
sure.
living.
All right, yeah, that's fair enough. I think some days obviously going to be better than others, but talking about you games you got tonight, it's going to be a kickoff to where you're going to be starting us out and then saying adios pretty quickly, but even still, talk to me a little bit about the fact that you guys haven't really been getting a whole lot of games in. Is it like a little bit of a busy schedule for you guys in the beginning of the season now, entering week 5? I feel like we got to kick it up into high gear. Do you find yourself in that kind of a mindset?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
100%.
we're gonna be gaming. Let's
Oh
just
yeah,
put it
we're
like
gonna see a
that.
lot of us, Tony. A lot of us winning.
Okay, wow, yeah, please, more of that energy, more of that, a lot of us winning, Jazz, because I got to talk to you about the scoreline we're going to have with only a couple of minutes left on staking and a conversation to be had with Langor and Coco as well. What do you think this one is going to be in terms of the level of competition that they're going to be bringing to the table, those two guys? What are you expecting the scoreline to end up near?
I'm saying a solid 7-5. Good game.
It takes 9 to win.
It does take 9 to win.
Ah, shit. 9-6.
Mm.
I was also thinking 9-6. These guys are good players. We played them once and beat them, but I think hopefully they've learned a little bit, but we come out on top.
Yeah, I mean, you hit the nail on the head as far as the fact that you played before, and it was a interesting game that you guys had the 9-3 courtesy of taking over them, but in a new map and territory with a little bit of time in between you now. We'll see if they've learned and if they've grown. I'm going to get them in here and let you guys go on your way, and maybe I'll see you for the winners interview. Good luck.
Thank you, Tony. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
For sure. Coco and Langor are probably going to have something to say as well, team. I can only imagine they're feeling a little bit excited to get this one on the road.
I missed my timing.
Well, sorry, the timing is perfect because you're here with me now. What better timing can you have?
I missed the
True.
timing of you abducting us.
I plead the fifth on that. I don't think that I did anything of the sort, but I am going to continue to grill you on what you feel this season really looks like for you guys as far as trajectory is concerned. I mean, we take a look at your guys' placements for this one so far, and you're in 8th. You're just in that bottom slot, really, where you're trying to battle your way for a guaranteed playoffs position, and it's going to be grind time as far as getting games in is concerned. So how do you feel like your chances are making it into playoffs, and how do you feel like your trajectory is looking in your own opinion?
Yeah, so it's like 100%.
The playoffs are locked in.
Yeah.
You feeling that? Well, I mean, listen, I'm not going to be that guy, but you're on the brink right now. You're on the wall. You're about to fall off if you don't start getting your wins in now. So 100% is bold, and it all starts here tonight with another victory. So how confident are we feeling about this specific matchup if we're talking about competitive games? They think that this one is going to be one that they take to the brink because they actually gave you some respect in the fact that they beat you 9-3 last time. They think this one's going to go closer to a 9-6.
No. It's gonna 9-0.
It's
for
gonna
us.
9-0 for you. Listen, you gotta put your money where your mouth is, and the stakers are gonna be doing the same thing based on what you guys think and say. So I do hope for your case that is something to look forward to. So a little bit of a change up on Memento here. How quickly do you think the pace of this map is gonna matter for you guys? Do you like to take it low and slow? Obviously, they're not listening in. They're not gonna be knowing the strats. Come on, give me an insight.
I would like to take the fights on it, honestly. They had some pretty nice
It
angles,
doesn't
in
matter
my
what
opinion.
timing. As
Yeah,
long as
like
we
the
have the
timing.
fights.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair enough. Coco, we're watching your POV. You're the player to catch the kills. You're going to be the one that everybody's going to be looking to get 8 or more, and that will be your cue to send into Memento.
Yes,
I
sir.
wish you good luck, team.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Coco and Langor are going to be giving it their all, going to be giving it their best as we do go into that map in mere moments, boys. Welcome to everybody who just joined us as we do go into our first match of the night. We kick off with Nate Cameron against Langor and Coco. The POV, once again, I will remind you, is the Coco POV. We're going to be watching that one as he's the player to catch the 8 kill count. So that's the one that you're going to be keeping your eye on. What are your first blood thoughts? What are your feelings as to who's going to be coming out the gate swinging hard and heavy? I want to check what you guys have gone for there. Okay. A little bit of Cameron action. You guys are Cam fans. All right. Okay. Cam fans indeed. Team Stash rooting for that Nate mustache to bring you to salvation. Check that out. I mean, whoa. How can you say no to that stash, man? I don't think Cameron has one. Well, he's got a little bit of a beard going on, closer to a goatee. If he's shaved, I guess that we will see whether or not that is the case in a few moments, though. Refresh their stream and make sure that they're ready to go as they are hopping into server-only moments. $5 stake on Langor. I'm broke. Listen, Akil, that $5 stake might make you a millionaire. Might make you a millionaire. Taylor's baby daddy. I forget how long it takes for game to start. Just about a minute after we leave them from the interview, and then a minute for the delay as well. If Nate doesn't win tonight, my siblings aren't eating again. Oof. What are they eating if they do win? What are you feeding them? Steak and lobster? What's up? Taking them out for a nice fancy dinner deal. The Chili's 2 for $20. Look up. Jeez. Jeez. Nobody even said anything. Chill. I gotta make sure I have a shirt just in case I get too hot in this sweatshirt. I got nothing under this, guys. I got nothing under it. We're getting into the match now, though, so no further delay for you. Don't worry about it. We got a shit ton of memento last night, if you guys remember. You should be able to hear everything crystal clear, nice and pristine. Nate for the first blood. You thought it might have been Cameron. That's where people were really hedging their bets, their stakes, more accurately, as the saying does go. And now it's going to be Langor who's trying to really just bob and weave between them as one jumps in the air, trying to play a distraction game. They'll both peek him. Easy daisy. Easy doozy. Yo, commentator, if I don't win this bet, I wish the worst on you. Bro, TDG. I'll change the script for you, bro. For you and only you.
I'm going right side.
You're the only one. I'll make sure things end up in your favor, okay?
I'm holding cross.
He flipped the hair. He said he got no shirt on. Yeah, well, you're reading into it a little bit too heavy, T24, bro. Okay, calm down, calm down. Listen, relax. You gotta breathe in these instances. Listen, I mean, Langor and Coco are gonna be in that same boat. They gotta breathe. They gotta make sure that they keep their heads on their shoulders and they don't get reamed by these Galils, because they're gonna be trying to save money. But if they win here and upset in the second round conversion, they're gonna be resetting their opponents and playing the defense with a whole hell of a lot more than they would have otherwise.
On site.
It's so quiet right now for this left side of the map. Langor is just jiggling and Coco's playing for contact inside of the coffee shop. Looks like they're going to play together, though.
One is on site for sure.
They are actually going to peek at the same time and almost able to find the both of them, but it's a shoulder shot for 43 and 43 800.
You wanna? Okay, let's go.
Kirk's third leg in chat too. Yo.
Where is it again? On the...
Taylor, I hope your glasses are fully charged. Yeah, they're ready. This is an interesting boost. Oh, dude, this boost is insane. Oh, guys, check this out. This is broken. You can see literally all of it. Langor's mic is muted on his stream, by the way. Somebody go clown him in his Twitch chat. This is going to be round winning position. You could do this like every round and they'll never even know. And actually, that smoke is going to ruin the party a little bit. That's going to make things a little more difficult for them now as they need to change up.
Yeah, go for it. I'm sitting behind their smoke.
And they're wrapping all the way back through their spawn side to where Coco gets shot in the side.
I don't know about the other.
9 bullets left in that clip. The problem right now is that Langor is going to need to reload his weapon at some point. And he's given up the game on the drop, making the smallest of sound cues. That gives the game over to Nate, who gets himself that double kill. Ban these guys? What the hell? Ban them. Koa, should we ban these guys for boosting in this game? I think we should ban them for boosting. Using core game mechanics? Nah, not in my lobbies, bro. Get that out of here. Get that out of here. Desert Eagles again. They're 3 rounds down and they're having to play with Pistols team. That is not a nice place to be, let me tell you. It is actually going to feel probably pretty disheartening for them now having to do that.
I'm clearing left side.
And walking it all the way back, trying to get in a more comfortable space, but nowhere should be comfortable right now. If you're on this T side, you're using everything at your disposal just to make this one the easiest and most free plant in your life. Clear and re-clear and leave no crumbs. But Coco caught himself the flank and he caught himself the timing. That's an AK that he can utilize, and now it's going to be the element of surprise for the last of these T's, who swings wide and spans him down straight through the wall. That curtain is thin, and Cameron knows where Coco was playing from moments ago. He doesn't have any armor. All he has is his weapon and a dream. All he has is 26 bullets to make the difference and find the clutch. He was a master last night in finding double kills, Coco. He was killing it whenever he was needed, whenever he was called upon. He rose to the occasion. And now, when they've not yet a single round posted, would be the time for him to strike with 15 seconds. The opponent needs to plant. The opponent needs to get to the site. He needs to play for the objective. And Coco can play him like a fiddle. He can wrap him around his finger now, knowing that that tap is going to come through in seconds. He swings in, takes his moment to strike, and there's no time to plant. Coco can just hide. He wins the round just based on time and time alone. He may even kill him after time. And chat, when you die after time, you get no money. And Cameron now gets $0 for losing that round. I like how you did the name under the video to let us know who's POV. Yeah, dude. Koa cooking again. I added the player name POV just so you guys didn't get confused, because this is a 2v2 and not a 1 versus 1 thing, so it's harder to tell. So
Wait, one goes.
I'm glad that you make note of that. A little bit of teamwork goes a long way, just as Coco and Langor would like to admit as well. But right now, so it seems that it's only going to have to be the Coco show once more. Second round consecutively, he'll have to do it. Now he's sticking real quiet. What was that sound effect? That scared the shit out of me. I'm pretty sure he heard that little weird sound effect too that made him turn.
Okay, I'm gonna scout the left side. Just like play off me if you want. Try to peek on the box or some shit. I tag him, you bag him.
Tony is a G. Appreciate you, man. I do appreciate you. Make me like this job. And more than I already do. Coming to watch some good Counter-Strike with some good people in chat. And some pretty good games going on right now, I must say, coming out from Nate and Cameron in particular in the last few we've seen them in. They might not be high up on the totem pole as far as the ranking is concerned for this league, but they haven't played as many games as a lot of other teams too, chat, and that's something you got to take into consideration. Same thing goes for Little Beer and Frizzy later on in the night. They're like, I think, number 9 in the league right now, but they have been on a hot streak, and last night, if you missed it, their momentum play was sublime. Coco having done his due diligence and getting his kill. Matter of fact now, should just be Langor wrapping it up, tying it with a neat and tidy bow. On the elevated angle, he's so low. He's so low. The pistol in hand. He's in that corner and he gets headshot. Holy moly. Cameron with no ammo left. Looked like he wanted to just kamikaze a nade up in the air and fall into him.
That was honestly full through.
How am I playing and commentating, bro? 1B? 1B? Flanking? Flanking? I'm smoking bomb.
Playing like in this area next round.
That'd be a cool little segment in between me playing the game. Imagine, bro. Imagine we had like a 30-minute break in between games because there was a team taking time off and you just watched me play a pug.
Yeah, I'm gonna play.
That'd be top tier. That'd be top tier.
Everything.
You guys get to just make fun of me for missing every one of my shots and whiffing left and right, and then see how a real shit player plays.
Hey man.
Yeah. Coco calling over to Langor right now because they are getting loud and proud on the edge of that smoke. Dropping one of their own smokes to try and walk through. That's called a lurk smoke, as Coco has just made apparent in the comms. You might be able to see over top side this with this table. Not exactly the way that he would have wanted to, but he's still going to try and make it work. First player seen. The lip of the ledge. He walks right into Langor's spray. He makes it easy. He gives that to him on a silver platter, as we like to call that, a gift.
Okay, I'm watching that side. Let him pick.
And Langor now starting to play his game. Now really starting to activate in this map to where previously he was a little bit quiet. Now he's on top. Now he's making mincemeat of his opponents. And with 35 seconds, where do you go if you're this last T player to try and have any element of surprise? Because now it's well known where he's playing from and there is no reroute. Another lurk smoke, but it's so much more deep. Ooh, they're kind of lined up. They're low-key Coco and Ligor are lining up.
No, I'm just sitting back.
Scared me for a second, but
think I
all's
know.
well that ends well.
I can blue smoke if he tries to plant.
And now
Do
they
that,
can
Seth.
finish this
Tuck,
job.
tuck, tuck, tuck. Let me take.
They could just play off each other's contact. One swing after another, and Coco gets his aka upgrade. Upgrade! Upgrades, people. Upgrades! You ever see that movie Robots
I'm honestly gonna do same shits. Yeah.
from the 2000s?
I need to take my time. I can't really drop it upstairs.
Good ass movie. It's my childhood right there, bro. I want to see the kill count right now.
There's my second blue.
For Coco. Trying to find either one of those two players. It's the spam into the smoke that's the more accurate of the two, interestingly enough. As now, again, they can just play out this 2 versus 1 and play their number game. That's how you have to win it. You don't want to be offering up 1 versus 1s to your opponents if you don't have to. And Langor reams him, rings his bell. 5 kills for Coco, I believe. That's 3 away from the super stake. Or it's not a super stake, it's just a regular stake. Yeah, 3 away. Hello? Hello?
I'll go high.
4-4. We split the difference on this map so many times, it feels like. There's never really a moment where we don't. It's always going to be that close
Go spawn right side.
second half affair, and I wonder how isolated they're going to try and make these duels. It's Langor who's holding for the swing from the left, knowing that the player on the right was a little bit lower, but he just fully wrapped. I can't believe he just sprinted at him. Langor calling that he could be tucked in that corner, but it doesn't seem like it. He's not on the streets below either. And this is now a question as to where they're playing from. It's only going to be 1 bullet. It's only going to be 1 shot they need. A regroup, swing out together. 3, 2, 1, and the jump makes him inaccurate, makes him a more difficult target, but also makes it harder for Cameron to kill him. How did he kill him? He was behind the wall.
Yeah, that's ping. It's fine.
That's CS2 for you, man. Sometimes CS2 just be hitting you with some crazy BS, and that's one of those kills I can't. 60 ping, that'll happen. We don't want Miami 2K with the mustache. We want Nacho.
Right side 1. He's fighting.
Hayam, hayam, da na 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 na, hayam, hayam, da na 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 na.
I dropped.
That movie's a good one too. It's another solid reference game coming out from Lookup, bro. Splash on the body. Maybe go for a wider swing. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. The stretch pants.
Yep. Same shots.
That's so funny, bro.
Let's go.
Y'all came with jokes tonight. Y'all came with some humor about you. Okay.
They smoked.
Early smoke. That's a little bit weird. We don't often see that, I feel like, on this map. I feel like more often than not, we see the CTs try to either distance themselves and save their smoke or try and take the early fight. Try and actually keep the Ts at bay. What does that really accomplish for you in the long term is my question. It only allows them to lurk forward and get close. And Cameron, he's on the receiving end of that.
I have right side of smoke.
In my opinion, bad move. And the second player gets no more in terms of success after that point. Not really the greatest strategy employed on that round from Nate and Cameron.
I think we go right side again, but this time let's go double low and just walk.
I don't know.
He's not spotting.
This game, trying to end it a little too quickly if you're Nate and Cameron could be a problem, but it does look like it's an easier swing. That time, they completely throw that strategy out the window. The bullets should not make trails through the smoke that you can see through. Fun fact, the M4A1S, the silenced M4, and the USP, the silenced pistol, both of those do not make bullet tracers through smokes.
Right side swinging. He's swung right side already.
It's a CT, both of those are CT side weapons though. That's a CT side advantage weapon.
Okay. Leaning right. I'm dropping low weights.
It goes both ways though. Every weapon other than that does it.
Yeah, I'm holding right side.
So it's only a matter of trying to know your angles and know how to hit your swings. And this time it looks like Nate and Cameron have come with a little bit more energy. They've come with a little bit more tenacity to where previously they were playing more scared. Now they're willing to give it their everything. They're willing to throw it down on the line. Every little bit of ammo that they've got left in their fully automatic rifles. And I mean, this bomb is just out in the middle of no man's land, and Langor is trying his best to isolate either of those two duels, but simply can't do it. Switch POV, bro. It is the end of the game.
Easy comeback.
Big Pimpin', I'm gonna.
One guy's spinning his right side,
I'm gonna.
Yo.
I am, banana, I am. He's for fun.
Yep.
That movie's so good. I gotta rewatch that at some point. You've really just reawoken a memory in me. Desert Eagle of Coco. He was clamoring last night with his shots. And right now, he's already given them the opening incision, and Langor is getting back over. But Coco does it on his own.
And now we go back right side.
I need to shift the curse. Sorry, dude. The script's already written, bro.
We can't,
There's no
it's so
curse.
tight, but yeah, fuck it.
It's
I'm gonna
just-
swing wide.
Either you know or you don't, bro. Either you know or you don't.
I don't see right side.
Simple as. Simple
He's
as.
playing from left. I'm blowing again.
Langor is gonna dip.
He dinked me, dude. He's right side. I'm 1 HP.
Both he and Coco are in red HP.
I'm just chilling right side, holding the push.
So it should, in theory, be a Nate and Cameron finish off. I can't imagine that he finds all that damage. I can't believe that Nate goes that far in for a fight.
That's what I'm for.
Because if they group up now, then they're just going to be able to find theirs. 2 kills for Langor, despite him being brutally, critically
They have no import. That should buy.
damaged. Where's my paper at? Bro, I show it every night. Here, I got the whole...
Yeah, let's just go high-low again and just hold.
Guys, I tell you every night. For those of you who aren't, I have every night's script. Like, this
Right,
is
info.
all nine weeks.
I didn't see right side. Yeah, they smoked insta.
Study it is the hard part. I have to memorize all this. Right now, I mean, Coco, you can only do so much. We can only get so many miracles, and this would just be another one stacked on top of the already very many that we've had for them to get the rounds they need and want. Coco blinded, swung from the stairs, not quite. The second flash actually less effective than the first. Are they just going to hit him with a low and slow game? Are they just going to sit back on their hands and wait for what's to come? It's the golden gun if Coco can do it. Let's keep in mind. But if not, then we're going for something insane. The 9-8 with 21 and 22 odds for anybody who staked that deep on the scoreline. I doubt anybody would put that much on it, but 9-7, the finish is there. And Nate and Cameron have done it. They've brought us home all the way. Is there no aiming in this game? No, there is no, there's no aiming down sights in this game. A mobile version of COD is crazy. Are there any T advantage weapons? The AK-47 is technically a better weapon than the M4. It has one-shot headshot potential. Very, very interesting game, if I do say so myself. But let's get an interview rolling and going to see what interesting things they've got to say to us. All right, team, welcome in. I mean, two interviews in one night, only one game. That's a pretty good conversion rate, if I do say so myself. Congratulations. I want to get your thoughts on not only that game, but just Memento in general a little bit, because we've seen you play it a couple of times. Talk to me a little bit about the evolution for you two on how you like to play out this map. Has there been any noticeable shifts and changes coming into this game and maybe even leaving it?
Go ahead, Cameron.
I think like that, like when you're on the CT side, the left side is like really strong, and it's just really easy to just like smoke it off, and they just have to like sit behind this. I don't know, like holding the sight from the right side is like way easier than
Yeah, fair enough.
like that's.
I thought your mic cut out. That's my bad. Yeah, I mean,
No, no.
I thought, see, me personally, I mean, I'm not trying to tell anybody how to play or anything like that, but it looked like when you were trying to smoke off that right or that left side of the map as a CT, it actually hurt you more than it helped you. It felt like it was giving the T's more room to walk up and get closer in proximity and really make the play their own. Whereas immediately following that round that you lose trying to do something of that nature, you end up swinging it and playing off one another a little more aggressively. And that worked every round from that point forth outside of one where you get caught with your pants down. And that was working very, very well, I have to say. So it looks like that confidence booster really did bring you to the forefront of that match. So congratulations to you. And I do have to get into a couple more games to conclude our night. As a matter of fact, 4. So you guys, thanks for kicking it off and making this one a good beginning.
Oh, thank you, Tony. Good luck in the rest of your games. Have some fun.
Thank you, sirs. Thank you. Have a good night.
Yep, appreciate it.
You too.
Well, I mean, you hear the voices of the guys about as confident as you can really get at that stage in it, and we get to take a peep and peek into our next set of games as well. I'm gonna, my name mentioned. What's up, Greengrass? We're doing our pre-match for our next games now, though. Get in here, hop in for Decrat and Jared. Goated game, goated stats to look at too, and I was mentioning it a little earlier. I was alluding to it. Look at those first blood numbers, bro. 64% first bloods. That is almost unheard of. Well, I mean, as a matter of fact, it is just straight up unheard of. That is a crazy percentage line for those two, despite not blowing the games out of the water, despite not being on the top ends of the board for the season just yet, despite only having played 11 games. 64% headshot rate is ridiculous, if I do say so myself. It feels like that is going to be a mountain that they will have to climb, and there aren't very many teams who even come close to that. So if you're looking for that first blood, if you're looking for that stake, then you better be looking at those numbers right there, because they have been provably wicked. It's been those two guys also having really made a bit of a resurgence after some time off. A lot of teams taking some time off, I think, for the recent matches in, holiday seasons for some people. Frizzy and Littleby are having a vacation for one of their two players that really got in the way of things now, to whereas Decrat and Laiku, they've been pumping out some games pretty regularly. It feels like they've been playing at a rate of pace that hasn't really stopped up all that much. So when that's said, you're going to be looking at a pretty solid performance from them regardless. You can only come to imagine, given the fact they're a little warmer than their opponents, and that might not come to matter in an insane degree, but it should matter just enough in turning the tide of some of these matches. Now, if you're also unfamiliar, there has been a match between these two teams before. It was a head-to-head that it was a 9-1 for Team Jared. That's kind of tough. 9-1, guys. 9-1. That's no short feat. That map, Whistle. Tonight's map, Palai. But that doesn't really mean a whole hell of a lot for me as far as being able to turn this one on its head 100 degrees. We've got a prediction coming in already off the gate. The crisp 9-8. Both teams have no ice in gold guns, so need to see it happen. You think this one's going to be a longer game? You think this one's going to be a longer affair? I think it's a little crazy. I think that Jared and Crisp would actually probably be amiss to let this one go to a golden gun. They are one of the teams that are looking to really shoot up the leaderboards in the next couple of times that they have to meet some rosters to show their stuff. Because again, like I said, they've been a little bit MIA, but only now are they starting to come back into the scene and into the swing of things. And I think that if they're going to be doing that with some pressure on these girls or the beginning of this night, then they have a pretty good feel, I think, for what may be coming their way. It's Palai, a map that we've seen intermittent success from Decrat and Laiku, though. I think that's one of their better maps in terms of really figuring out what they need to do in order to win out. So let's get a little bit of insight as to what they think that is going to be the game plan to talk through, as we have a duo having now joined us. Good evening. As the hump day hits us, it's Wednesday. It's starting to get to that point in the week. How's your fall going? I know it's the change of the season. Sometimes it's that seasonal depression going on. Do you guys have good weather around you? What have you been getting up to recently?
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Gloomy, cold.
Yeah, I mean, I knew it was probably going to be the answer, most likely. Very few places in the country right now, I feel like, are getting anything other than just gray and gray and gray, but I'm the same way right now. But at least we got Counter-Strike to keep us warm, right? I mean, let's talk about the game you have tonight on Palai, where I think you guys have certainly warmed up on that map little by little against teams that are pretty solid on it too. And you've also spoken to me recently about that map when asked how you really need to go about fixing some issues. And what do you think as far as the things you need to avoid on Palai tonight? What is like the win conditions for you to have your best game?
I think these guys are just gonna like push us everything around like they did on Whistle. I think we
Yeah,
just
they
have
did do
to
that.
watch out for that because
Yeah.
the map is also really small like that too. So
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
I have to watch out for that.
There's like some like nooks and crannies on that map that obviously you can tuck in as a CT side, but if they're playing defensive, I don't really foresee them taking it all that slow either, if I'm being honest with you. I guess we'll only
Yeah.
in due time get to wait and see, but you guys also getting the host advantage. You can't hear them. What do you mean you can't hear them? There's no way. There's surely no way. How did you hear the
Wait,
last
really?
interview? That's crazy. It says that your mic is moving on. I think they're lying to me. I think I'm getting gaslit. Yeah, I got
They're
gaslit.
trolling you.
I
They're
got
trolling.
gaslit. I got gaslit. My bad. All right. Well, either way, this game on Palai is going to be one where if you can pull away with an early advantage, I think that's something where you guys definitely thrive. I think those first bloods and being able to convert is where you can start to get the ball rolling. But that's maybe one of your kryptonites is when that doesn't happen, being able to pull back into a match. So, do you find that to be an issue for you guys, maybe on a map to map basis or on this map in particular with the money being awkward? Because that's just what I've noticed personally.
I think winning pistol definitely is big because it just like you kind of just like you don't like always lose the next 2 rounds, but most
Right.
of the time like they just have like a 3-round lead.
And these short
Yeah,
games
and with how
too, yeah.
short these, it's a really good momentum builder.
Yeah, I also
Since
like to
it's
see the
first
energy
round.
you guys get after you win those first rounds, because I've seen it so many times where that one pistol round, I like the light in your eyes is just like reinvigorated before you're like, all right, it's 0-4, we got to make our comeback with rifles finally. But we'll see whether or not you guys can get us to a good kickoff and maybe to a good close. As we wish you luck, we'll see you in maybe a little bit for that winner's interview.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, thank you, Tana.
Adios. Well, we've got Crisp and we've got Jared to talk about this game as well. We can't just talk to one side of things, gentlemen. So when I introduce you into this lobby, I have to say, first of all, it's been a little bit of a minute. How are we feeling? What have we been up to?
Feeling good. We've been vibing.
I've been seeing you going to some event in particular, perhaps, Jared.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Where were you? Very recently. Where were you hanging out?
Oh, we were at Frag Mega Jersey, so we were having some fun there.
Hell
Definitely
yeah.
could have placed a little better, we thought, but we'll take it. It's all right.
Yeah, I mean, these things happen. Those Jersey events are
Yeah.
always fun. Local New Jerseyans, myself and Jared both, for
Yes,
those of you who
sir.
are unaware.
Yes,
And if
sir.
I see a single slanderous thing about my state in chat, you will be sent into the sun. But that aside, we've got Palai. I mean, this map is also one, talking about the seasonal depression with the girls a moment ago, how everything is kind of gray and gloomy. It is kind of the same for that map, in my opinion. I think that map brings a lot of negative aura to the server. So talk to me a little bit about the positives of that map that you guys find yourself able to really take advantage of on either CT or T sides.
I wish I had more positives to say about the map personally. It's not my favorite, but I definitely think there is there's some cool avenues and a little bit different. I like that little, like, I don't know what it's called, like art gallery kind of on the right
Yes,
side.
the gallery, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like that area. The roof is a little bit confusing and the surf area is a little confusing, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but I don't know. I'm excited to give it another chance.
Well, I mean, you guys got about a minute left on staking to get your money in and your money down on the line, and I want to know what you boys think the score line of this one is going to look like. If you're feeling confident, or if you're feeling like Palai might be a little bit more of a challenge.
Go ahead, Chad.
always.
Sorry, I had people spamming me on my Steam. Can you please repeat yourself?
The score
score
line you
line.
think for the game?
Oh, goody. Well, I've heard that these people have been dropping the hammer on a few big names. I think they took down Little Beer and Frisbee. They took down, did I hear Shane as well and Slump?
There's been some Thanos snapping here and there for seemingly no reason. It comes like literally out of like thin air, where they'll just like unironically start to blow the server in half. Laiku having some banger games as well.
We're ready to go.
I'd say 9-3 in our favor for sure.
9-3 in your favor. Well, everybody get your stakes in with the last 20 seconds you got or less. I will see you in the server, boys. Good luck.
Thanks, Tony.
Yep, always. All right, and that's that. Do you have to be a top player to compete? Also, how do you stop Zens and etc.? First of all, yes, you kind of do need to be one of the more prominent players in the North American scene, have a little bit of a following, obviously, to be able to vet you and know that you're not going to be able to, be a brand risk on stream. You also have a little bit of a, elo background that says that you're going to be able to remain competitive with some of the other rosters in the division. And what is Zens? What does that mean? How do you stop Zens? Is that like another video game term, like a Call of Duty or a Siege term that I just don't quite have that converts? JT, what's up? What'd I do? You're so uncultured, bro. What? Zenyatta's from Overwatch? Of course. How do you stop those? Well, a couple of counters you want to put in play. Cronus, Zen, Titan. Zen is a cheat code. Cronus, Zen is a Call of Duty thing. What the hell, bro? What did he say their number guess was? I think he said 9-6. I don't even remember, honestly. My brain is melting. Oh, it's a cheat USB. Oh, okay. Aimbot. Yeah, so how do you stop cheats? Well, first of all, they're streaming. So, I mean, to the trained eye, you'll be able to tell that they're cheating. The fact that they have their camera on makes it so there's nobody else who can play. But do you guys not check if someone has a Zen? You listen to Imagine Dragons? Imagine me dragging these nuts across your chin. Screwdriver. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? Counter-Strike is a pretty easy game to tell if somebody is cheating, in all fairness. What if somebody else playing off camera? That'd be nuts. Listen, Plain Dave, if you got somebody playing off camera, but the camera itself is on you at a different monitor, maybe you deserve it. Maybe you deserve it, man. Get that money, get that bread. We got our game upon us, though. Are you into fitness? Fitness in your mouth? Sorry. Lock in, guys. You're being mad inappropriate right now. Dual Berettas sitting in the gallery. Crisp's trying to get out, and he's trying to make room for his teammate to have a little more impact, as he is going to be maybe swung soon enough. It's that bomb to be planted with one playing coverage. They get it through. Very little problem, but it's a problem that comes with the dual Berettas, and they get absolutely shit on when they've got pretty good room to be able to spam out, and Jared simply can't kill him. Tony maybe no ball. Maybe. Sometimes. I just can't be able to find either of them. And listen, I was saying before,
I flanked both of them.
when the girls get that pistol round, they really do look a lot better than otherwise. They have a little bit of an aura about them that really drains them when they aren't able to find it, it feels like. But they're back. Fitness wiener in your cheek. It's crazy. And when it goes quiet, that's where I get a little bit scared, bro. A FAMAS and armor. Crisp gives Jared the automatic rifle and turns him into a raid boss, so to speak. And makes him a lot more lethal of a threat to where maybe he'll be able to do it on his own. Both kills. They win the pistol round, but lose the conversion. The follow-up isn't good enough to where the tie at 1-1. No plan, no money left in the bank of Lyku and Dkrat, I can only imagine.
Changing my sense to my monitor.
I'm opening my second Celsius. Tony, be careful. Your chat will turn into Kirk's chat. My bad. Chill. My bad. Same position as the last round for Jared. He has not yet been seen, so he doesn't really have much of a reason to bow out of it. He can commit to it until he gets discovered or until he gets pressured to a point of no return, and the deagle for Lyku already found. Chris leaving no crumbs. It's only a matter of time before Dkrad will show themselves. And that shot to the shoulder just whizzing by to the glass behind them. They're going to send an HE from either eye direction. Oh, no.
Closer, up.
Dkrad Reams him with the 1D, and another one looked like it had an opportunity.
Yeah, we both double naded, right? That's bad timing.
2-1.
I
We
just
ain't done.
Didn't search all the way up there, but they're scary. They're shift walkers.
The interesting knife glove combo, the deep red and the deep blue. The contrast is very interesting. Crisp trying to be the sole defender of that bomb site. I mean, he's done it so far to pretty decent success. He really hasn't needed Jared all that much. And this right side of the map does get to be problematic if you don't have somebody on standby. And right now it will come to fruition that they find themselves falling to him, falling victim to the late swing gallery. Oh! Did you see the IRL dodge? I did an IRL dodge too. I moved my head over to the side, and so did Jared. It was a force of habit. Makes me think that I'm safe. He's worried about the AK-47 right now when he should be worried about the damn round. Oh, there it is. Yoink.
I could come double, right?
Yeah, I mean, Jared
Okay.
playing a slow game, playing a lazy man's game on that opposite side of the map right now, chat. They haven't really been doing all that much in order to pressure him, it feels like. And when time does come, push comes to shove. There it is. There it is. The double kill. They waltz right into their demise, into their doom, to where Jared holds his toes firmly planted. Firmly grasp it.
I get bait in the window if you want to just push left.
I do shit. I do that shit when I play COD, no cap. Yeah, look up. You do kind of seem like a little bit of a camper. Yeah. Yeah. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh my God, Jared,
Yo, Taylor, what made you wear your glasses, gang? To see, bro. I wake up and I need to see, and then you know what I said to myself? I said, listen, today I require vision, so I think I'm gonna put these bad boys on.
1 HP.
9-1 retires me.
On my
On
mother.
Mama? On Foe and them?
Bro, I saw Bird right, Jared. I see Bird left. I
Tony, have you
grenade
coached-
left, he peeks,
you
and I
coached
catch on
Bofa.
voice. Oh, my server just broke. Do you hear me?
Oh, server crash.
No way.
At 5-1. Seems like we will
Bro, I
be
did
taking our
86
time
and
to
2, like,
reset.
54 2 plus a nade. That's
What
nasty.
do we do?
Admins are going to be called. Tony sound like he rehearsed these comebacks in the mirror all day long. It's true, bro. I actually do. Listen, I start work at 10:30 at night. So that what I do when I wake up until that point is I just rehearse every possible outcome that could possibly be chatted from you guys. I now know everything that you're going to say before you've even said it. Both of these nuts. Host should wear shiesties? Bro, should I? Is that culturally appropriated if I wear a shiesty? I was talking about moving out the way. Oh, my bad, look up. Ooh, my bad, bro. Tony, you know what? You're right, white boy. Yeah, all right. I'll take that. I appreciate it. You're right, white boy. We're waiting for the admins to come into the chat right now, the refs to reset the score line and give you guys an answer as to what's going on. Not a score reset. It's they won the round at 5-1, so they're just going to go back to 5-1. That's what they're going to be doing, just so you're aware. It will stay at 1, and obviously it's going to stay at 1, yeah. It was just a after round crash, so the round count will go back to where. Holy dude, look at this knife collection from. Look at this knife collection from Jared, bro.
Jared. I'm pretty sure I broke
Dude, the
the
Huntsman
sound
black
barrier
laminate,
I just went for.
so clean, bro.
No, I kid you not. Whatever.
Dude.
Maxed out for like what you could produce, I broke it. I tripled it. I almost b-hopped off the map.
They should be disqualified for changing skins between rounds. Disqualify them. Donk playing on the side for someone. Venom knows ball. Venom knows donk. Well, if you want to be technical, no, it's no ski. Wait, be technical. It's not no ski slopes in Chicago, and we all wear them. Oh, okay. Inventory is chalked, bro. That's crazy. What happens, Tony? What happens is they're just going to relaunch the server to the same scoreline, 5-1. They know exactly how much money they should have. What does the script say? Well, the script actually says this wasn't supposed to happen. I can't accommodate for the crashes. That's not something in the script. Guys, listen, I know the games are scripted, but they're supposed to go on time all the way through. Okay? Trust me on this, okay? They're supposed to be streamlined, straight on, no delay. Game crashes are outside of the script. That's a little bit of added spice that we get, a little bit of pizzazz, a little bit of zing that really makes our lives a little bit harder to really go with the flow, right? To really play our part in the acting, but it's all a game. The script says they come back like they did last time on Trick, I think. Street Tacos, I can't say a damn thing, bro, but I can't say anything about that, though. I can't say nothing on that. Host is trolling? What? Rue 34, I would literally never troll. There is a no trolling addendum in my contract. I'm not allowed to troll. I get fired. I get fined, actually, even. Tony said the script, this was supposed to happen. Probably the best host, not gonna lie. Preach. That means a lot, honestly. I've been working really hard. It's been 5 weeks I've been trying to get more acclimated to the 2 versus 2 thing, and, you know, with you guys in chat, too. I appreciate you guys. That means a lot. That hits right here. 100%, that means a lot. Game crashes are part of the script. What you mean? Oh, bro. To rewrite the script. I got my pen right here. It's a nice pen too. They might just cancel? No. They're not canceling. They're fixing it right now. They're just setting the money and the round count to 5-1 as we speak. So just bear with us, bear with them. I'm just entertaining y'all while they fix it. I'm just a little dancing monkey, bro. I'm just like, da, 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 and you guys are like, while they fix the game. That's our dynamic right now. I keep you guys entertained. I'm the little jester in the court. Tony, I want to see you play CS. Listen, maybe we'll do something like that at some point. Maybe I'll talk to somebody at the 1v1 me camp and we'll see if we can get something interesting going. I might be able to stream me playing Counter-Strike when we have a break between games. That'd be fun. I'm good as hell at CS, bro. Don't sleep on me. Don't sleep on me. Yes, exactly. The symbol monkey. Yes. That's exactly what I was thinking of when I was doing it too. That's exactly it. I'll give a laughing emoji to that. 100%. All right, they are nearly back to the point where we can resume. So do not fret. Let's play duo, me and you, JJ. I mean, listen, guys, chat. If you wanna play duo sometime, you gotta be ready. You gotta be ready to witness some greatness. I'm telling you what. Commentators 1v1 each other. I'm writing that down, and it's an idea. That is an idea. That chat. Every now and then you have good ones. Every now and then you guys say something a little bit too good to pass up. You got one. You got one. That's what we've been saying. I don't play on PC. I can't play. Counter-Strike used to be on Xbox. Can you believe that? The original CSGO, when it was released, was on Xbox. The original Xbox. 360, sorry. That was insane. Those who know, bro. Those who know. The orange box. Back in the day. Just refund my $20 at this point. How about I pocket your $20 and you don't get a thing? How's that sound? How about I keep all the money you stake and you get none of it? What do you think? What do you think of this exchange? It didn't start on PC. No, it did start on PC. It did start on PC. But it also released on Xbox 360 when Global Offensive came out in 2012. The Red Ring of Death. Counter-Strike killed it. Tony, please no refund. All of your money is going into my bank account. And there. Thanks. What's going on is that there's one more round that they need to reset, and we're back on their POV. Y'all take everything? What do you mean y'all, bro? I get paid in exposure. No, I'm just kidding. And we're ready to get back in game, it looks like. Hope you're ready. It's not up to Tony. No, it is actually, though. Split the money with me and you won't tell Anthony. I don't know, bro. He might be listening right now. He might be listening as we speak. You need my routing number too? I'll just let you get my direct deposit. Listen, I guess that's easier. I appreciate you being so lenient about this. I better get all my money back. Why must you get all your money back? I'm curious. Are you dreaming of a real beard? No, I'm actually dreaming of shaving the sides. I forgot to do it today. Because I have a patch. Switch POV, bro. Street tacos. I'm gonna put you in a box, bro. I don't know what I'm gonna do with you when I get you there. Peep that clip. That's where the crash happened initially to see what the money looked like. You rub that thing like it's 8 to 9 inches long. I think it's just a habit now, honestly, Currency. Do you have a thing that you like fidget with, or like that you like default to? Some people play with their hair. Some people play with their facial hair. Some people have like a thing that they, they mess with, maybe like rings. Some people got rings they mess around with. When I have facial hair, I like to play with it. That $5 box from T-Bell. What happened? Bro, where have you been? Rue34, where have you been? I'm joking. They crashed at 5-1, so they were just resetting it back to that point with the same amount of money. I fidget with balls, Tony. Thank you, Kirk's third leg. The good old hair twist.
All Molly steps right away, so plenty of time.
At this rate, we're going to be going straight into the next game, no hesitation. No delay. After this one's done. It's the AK-47 now. And getting the AK-47... I don't know. Do you guys like music playing while the stream is going, while the games are going? I feel like we should just be locked in on the game. I just realized it was on, but... The AK-47, when you have it on CT side, is an absolute blessing. That is a weapon that you can't buy as a defender. And it has seriously high firepower that you can't really afford to get otherwise. And we're going to see what Jared's going to be able to do with it. Chris pulls out the AWP. Chris pulls out the sniper rifle. He pulls out the big green. And good lord, what a ripper from the Galil. The double dink. And Crisp on the reactionary shot on the off to the cross. There is no escape from his line of sights. It messes the gameplay up. I do agree, Rue. I do agree.
Yeah, I'm going.
6-1. This one is looking very reminiscent of a game that we'd seen between these two teams once before, and it was the pistol round win for Lyku and Decred, where my initial theory wasn't exactly proven to be all that true. The pistol round didn't give them the level of confidence that they required. They can get into this site without much of a problem now that the molly has hit the window and the smoke has hit the site. And now it's going to be Crisp flanking with the AWP? Yeah, he hits them. Well, they're not paying attention. And the last of the two players looking to clutch up in the center box with an SMG. This could be the best weapon to fight against the Opera Whip, but she turns around, expecting him not to come through the smoke, but he goes waltzing through on a timing.
Rip a nasty serve to cut like 15 seconds off.
shit fucked.
I feel like only having one bomb site kind of sells them. They can't rotate or anything. A 2 bomb site 2v2, I feel like would be too much. Maybe just a bigger map. Maybe just bigger maps in general, with some more opportunities to get around. But I think one bomb site is definitely for the best.
I'm flying in there.
If it was 5v5, listen, you sign me up. I hope there would come a time where we can get 5v5s on this, but right now, this is what we got. Pistol round on the CT side, already starting to slip away from them as there is another Decrad refrag, but this time no victory.
5 P2, I would've shot twice.
8-1, 1 round left. Should be easy, breezy, beautiful for Jared and Crisp, leaving no stone unturned.
Dropping through that window with flash.
I'm on board, brother. Don't see here. I don't see. Knife out.
Trying to catch the first of these 2 players in the gallery. It was the doorway that was left open and wide. Crisp jumping down atop the position that maybe Decred just tucked on the close left. Yeah, I was gonna say.
I should have trusted my flash and just went in.
There's one more.
That was a lot of damage you took, bro.
That's a lot of damage.
How much?
40 damage you took, dude?
That's a lot of damage.
I should have committed.
I get paid at entertainment? Yeah. Yeah. Well, for anybody who hit a 9-2, you might be... Well, it's probably going to be 9-3. I can't imagine that they just pull this with Desert Eagles. The last time they had won the second round conversion, it was because Jared had a rifle that Crisp had bought for him. Oh, don't give up too much of your position right there.
Gallery one.
Now they're just going to need to isolate. Jared and Crisp need to play together. If they're going to try and isolate duels, it's not going to be an easy time. Oh my god, the both of them are actually going to be able to see them. No way. There's just no way. Jared's looking to get down. He's looking to get active. And as that flash hits the sky high, they have hit the middle of the site, and that wall is thin enough to potentially spam. Just fight together, boys. Don't leave this one up to chance. Oh my god, the anxiety that gets deeper as they just shot after shot try and send it forwards. Just go together. Stop spamming. They close in on the position, and they did it 9-2. 9-2. Oh my good god. That is not how you want to close it. That is not how you want to leave that one. Ugh. Tough. Tough. We're going to skip the interview, unfortunately, because we don't really have the time for them, but congratulations to those guys nonetheless. Holy moly, bro. Let's gear up for our next game. We almost, guys, it's almost like Whiplash because of the little bit extra time that we had to wait in between them. We got to be ready for what's to come. Almost straight off the rip. Pause. That was a tough game for sure, man. 8-2, unable to rise to the occasion. You really hope that may be where they turn on the Jets, but it never really came to full swing, to full power, to full form. What happened? What you mean what happened? What do you mean what happened? Game over, man. It's game over. It's game over, man. Switching over to the pre-match for our next game is what we're doing. How many kills for Frizzy, guys? How many kills for Frizzy? Above or below 10? That's a pretty high number. That's a pretty high number. If I do say so myself. Are we feeling that to be a likelihood? Are we feeling that to be an odd and where we're forever in their favor? I think it could be questionable, but Let's see what they think. Frizzy, listen, you're a man of many kills.
Oh,
you're a man of many games, right? I mean, we've seen you do some serious damage, but the world is staking against or for you for 10 tonight. Now, I'm not saying that you're just going to blow the server out the water, but what do you think the odds of this game either A, going long enough for you to get that many kills, or for you absolutely just going on nuclear trance on your own to make it happen is? Do you think that it'll be you and you alone?
I don't think it'll be me alone. I think the map, if I'm not mistaken, is Palais, so it's going to be a little bit difficult to do everything by myself. It's pretty small, so unless they're playing pretty grouped up most of the time, I feel like that's going to be pretty difficult to achieve, to be honest.
Little Beer, this is honestly the last couple of nights where I feel like you have been a little bit off your first blood A game, man. I mean, you were somebody who we were watching to find those, and it's not to say your overall game just hasn't been there, but you were one of the guys that you were like regularly hitting that point. Is that like kind of like in your game style actually? Is that like your preferred way of play that you just, it's not like happenstance that you find first kill, but you actually look to integrate yourself in early for duels?
Before, like, I don't know, in previous like years of me playing the game, you would like once know me as like a super passive player.
Yeah.
But like as of like the last year, I've become a lot more aggressive and more like confident in my aim. So I guess yeah, like I think getting myself started early like definitely helps me like get into like cruise control like throughout the rest of the game.
Yeah, there's definitely a kind of flow that you need to enter, a certain state, I guess, for that to be the case one way or the other. And the map is also pretty dependent in 2 versus 2 of how much you're actually allowed to do that for, you know? So,
for sure.
With that being said, I need to know what you guys think this one is going to be as far as score lines are concerned, so I can get Louis and Wumbo in here for a chat as well. Because this one, I think, personally, is probably one of the better individual head-to-head clashes that we'll have for the season thus far. Up there with one of your Louis and Wumbo versus Shane and Slump games we had the other night that went, I believe, 9-7, if I'm not mistaken.
Damn. I think
I was actually gonna say 9-7 for this one.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a 9-7. Depending on like who wins pistols, it could go like 9-6 even. I think maybe 9-5, depending.
So like a 3-round spread, like a 3-round like spread looking there, because some people get that super
it's
stick
definitely
and they
not
do
gonna
that.
be a stomp.
Okay. Well, you know, I think we say this every other game pretty much with you guys, that sometimes you come in with that like teaming confidence levels, and sometimes you have a little bit more of a, not even necessarily like humble thing about you, but also just knowing realistically that you can't just say 9-0 every game and, you know, be like that.
We are the only ones with them.
3,
so.
as a matter of fact. So we'll see
Yes.
whether or not you can stack up a surprise 4th. I don't know if that'll be the case. But yeah, good luck, guys.
You never know, man.
You never
Thank
know.
you, thank you.
Thank you.
You never know. Louis and Wumbo, there's only about 2 minutes left on the stakes, boys. The people need to know what's on your mind. The people need to know how confident and how excited you are to come into tonight's matches.
We're about to farm. It's all business.
We're winning.
Well, we're about to farm. It's all business, and we're winning. 3 different things that we have to keep in mind now from watching the opponent's team POV. We're going to need to see just how true that may be. I mean, we're not going to know what the comms on your end are looking like, so we need to see it in the server. So with that being the case, with that being a pretty confident point of view, I think that we were talking to Frizzy and Little Beer, who said that this one is probably not going to be a stomp in either direction, or at least so they believe it will be. They're thinking, obviously, they're going to win. They were saying it's going to be closer to a 9-7 for them. What are you thinking if you're going to be the one to take the victory here, that the scoreline is going to be allotted for their wins?
It's always 9-3.
I'm gonna say like 9-2. I think it's gonna be a mop.
All right. Well, listen, you better get a bucket for that, because it's gonna be a bumpy ride if they get off to a hot start, I will say. And seeing you guys against Shane and Slump, that gives me a serious level of hope that I wouldn't have otherwise had, given the fact that they're also in the host advantage here. So you're gonna be coming into this one without that, but with the fact that you have a very large set of wins under your belt and you are on a massive hot streak. So congratulations for that previous win, but we're gonna need to see it again here tonight, boys. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
100%. That's Louis and Wumbo, ladies and gentlemen, as they get themselves prepped and ready for the server. 47 seconds left. Get your stakes in now. Get your stakes in now and look towards that next game, because you need to get ahead of the game. You need to be prepped and researched for the next one. Look at these numbers, David. You like those? You like those for your last 30 seconds to peep the number game? First blood percentage of 58 to 53. No head-to-head to go off of whatsoever. There's very little to go with that makes any more logical sense than first bloods, but as last game proves, that the highest first blood percentage for Cameron and Jared doesn't always happen. But that's the whole point, that there's still a 40-something% chance, a 36% chance in their sake. 42 here. That's the odds. Them's the numbers, and I'm just the guy delivering the message, so don't shoot me, okay? Do you understand? Do you understand? I've heard that before, lol. Well, you're gonna hear it again and again and again and again. We're watching Frizzy and Little Beer 2 times tonight, as a matter of fact. The next game, might I remind you, we will be watching them just as well. So I hope that you're not gonna get sick of them too fast, chat. I personally love watching Frizzy and Little Beer's POVs. What do you guys think? I ask it every night, but we have some new people and some people who aren't here every other time I get to really pose the question. Who are some of the teams that you guys really do enjoy watching? You guys got fan favorites? Do you guys have people that you particularly like to follow even when you're not staking on them? There was a major update to Counter-Strike today that released the major stickers. If you're unfamiliar. If you guys are actual professional CS fans, that's a pretty big one to pay attention to. Decrad? Yeah, Tony Backshots, what? What? Is that a guy's name? Is that a guy's name in chat that I missed? No, there's nobody with that name. Had me thinking I was crazy for a second, and I missed the best name of all time changed. Well, here's Frizzy, wearing the exact same hoodie that he's wearing in his player profile, and he just goes for the instant plant. Louis, oh my god, he absolutely rips him. They wanted to go too quick. Too fast, too quick.
Alright, well I know you could do that, I didn't know I couldn't hear it, though, so that's good to know. I was gonna force a plant because I didn't think you could be.
Good night, sweet plum. Look up. Look up going to bed.
There's a good chance he's gonna do that again. If you want to get ready to peek low right, I can go.
Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. I'd tuck you in if I wasn't on the clock right now, man.
Scare this fucking bird away, though, unfortunately.
Frizzy approaches the birds and they start flying. He's got a certain presence about him.
Yeah. Alright, I've sent all the birds. In the window.
Where is he going? What was that? Yeah, he just turns about face to try and look into gallery. That makes me think.
I think they're doubled up on right side.
Yeah, Frizzy has the call. Frizzy has the read.
Right now and find space. He may have repositioned over there.
He knows that there was a player looking towards the opposite side of gallery, so his teammates got to be doing something on the right side as well, at least close to it. That is a long-range duel. And now, playing just beneath the stairwell. Little Beer maybe looking to have gotten an angle a minute or two ago. I think this is going to be predictable. I think this is going to be something in which they'll read into after a certain time period, after a certain amount has gone by. Where is the POV? What you mean? Oh, I'm covering him. Okay, good comms. Good comms.
I'm gonna go low right, and I'm just gonna play to take the duel.
Now you can see both of us.
Seems like they're playing window right side pretty common.
Look, he's up there. Look, that's Frizzy. Look at him. Hey, look at him. Can you read your Twitch chat? Actually, no. When I'm full screened, I can't see Twitch chat. That's why I read him after and before games. What you got, Isaiah? What can I do for you? My goat. I'm not ignoring you on purpose. Don't worry. If I was, I'd be doing a better job at it.
Nice. The other guy's low.
Little Beer finding the first initial pick, not in the game, but in this round that gives them the opening way into the sights. We're already having been spotted as the shoulder of the last of them, spanned through the side of the generator. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. First round on the board. They get the rifles in hand, and they look to be a lot better set.
Could you?
Who got first blood? It was Louis.
And can you toss a molly onto the right side, like the deep right? Yeah, yeah. You should be able to do it without being exposed.
Duck team for first blood. Damn right, Duck team got first blood.
And smoke stairs.
That flash actually blinds his teammate a little bit more than he would have liked to, as the molly and the HE both deal damage, but they don't get the kill. But they do actually get it eventually because the Molotov of Little Beer is spread. Now he's got to go on recon. He's got to go clearing his backside. This is a very, very ratty position from Littlebeer that I don't think will be pressed, but if it is, he will be touted as a genius. And eventually giving up on that hope. And now to play for research of his own. I'll coach you in real life, yeah. I'm probably a really good role model. I probably have a lot of prospects. And don't talk about video games for money. I can coach you how to be a better friend. And more fun at parties. Zandsex, you only know this game from this app. If you have any questions, you want me to explain anything to you about the game and how it works, feel free to ask. 1st to 9, 2 halves, defense and offense. Bomb plant or eliminate all of your opponents.
He's just sitting there.
Is how you win.
They're not gonna move. They just keep doing this.
You need to save money in order to buy weapons. You can't buy any weapon that you want whenever you want. You need to save money per round in order to afford armor as well as head armor. Or a helmet, as
to spot
they say. A better friend.
Oh, did you buy something else?
Tony goes to parties? Yeah, dude. But you better believe it. I used to party with this guy right here on your screen, as a matter of fact. He's in the esports facility of Fisher College right now, where we both attended and I recruited him to, and we played on the team together. So there's your daily Tony lore. Your daily Tony lore drop. A genuine question? Why do I doubt that Kirk's third leg has a genuine question, guys? Why do I have my doubts? No meth. Didn't do any meth together. No meth. Didn't do any meth. Y'all look like some grade A stoners.
I think that went off the map.
Me too.
Little Beer on the same bullshit he was on last round. This time it works just infinitely less, though, bro.
I'm gonna need a gun.
He gets ripped on by the SMG that was in the rooftop this time waiting for him.
You wanna go left? You like go across bridge, I'd make the jump.
Tony, the question is ... how many inches? Inches? Y'all got inches?
One's close sight.
Okay.
Damn.
Can you make me
I'm walking left. I'm walking.
Anyway,
I'm out left.
Frizzy eventually gets on this bomb site and tries to really make mincemeat of the player in the open, but it has to deal with the player in the window first. He's got to evade his sight lines. That's going to be his #1 priority. But when Little Beer is able to get active, then he makes it all the easier because he's either got to jump through that window, Louis, or get befellened by Little Beer.
You too. That 10 kill bet or 10 kill stake ain't going too well for me this game.
Ah, it's true. It's still pretty early days, Frizzy. I use a metric system for the confidence boosting practices. Fruit by the foot. Oh my god.
Holding right side.
All right. Lock in.
I'm gonna smoke left, walking.
A smoke bank off the wall from Frizzy is going to make it a little awkward for the CTs if they were playing in the gallery. It causes Louis to react. It causes them to swing close, and he only had the SMG.
You gonna back up double roof? Left side.
And Wumbo gets the swing on as the nade hits the sideboard. I think Little Beer, stop pulling nades. You might get walked in on. That would scare the shit out of me, low key. Honestly, yeah, getting into sight might be the best move. And Wumbo, he's got decisions. Is he gonna stick to the gallery or is he gonna try and see what's happening in the site? He heard the Molotov burn him, but it says to a matter of where he's gone off to. Oh my god, he scared the shit out of me.
He walked out as you walked in.
Oh my god. You guys want to see the Tony scare cam? Let's check the replay on that one, chat. Oh my god, he scared the shit out of me.
He walked out as you walked in.
I got scared shitless.
Right?
Feeling tired right now, man? Gotta get some energy in you. Gotta lock in.
Soak the right stairs.
Left side.
I'm soaking left.
I'm volleyed window.
Smoke on smoke action, flash up high. Little Beer and Frizzy are just going to barrel in together. This is what we call the death ball, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see how successful it is for them. As the flank is on, Little Beer gets his kill and Frizzy turns back. But it's actually going to be Little Beer who gets the double kill. That's the wrong sound effect. That's the right one.
Good job. Not a bad half.
Kill Tony on YouTube is really funny, actually. I like y'all put the POV banner up so you know we're watching. Yeah. We've been. I asked for that the other night, and somebody got on it like that. They got on that like very quickly. And they've been pretty good about doing stuff like that lately with these graphics. I'll shout them out every day of the week for getting so quick on it. 2024 2.0 is crazy. Frizzy is elevated, escalated. Little Beer has been negated. Celebrated is the first frag. As the plan needs to be recalibrated. Amputated has the head been of his teammates. So now Frizzy. Oh! May find himself excavated if they can find in a moment what's going on. He gets all the way around to this window side. As that tap, not stick from the bomb, is not going to elicit an initial peek. But after it's done, it will. And Louis is not covered from the window to which Wumbo thought he had him. He was absolutely not covered and clear. They get their lead, Louis and Wumbo. They go on this T side and they get their money up.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Nope. Thought his game crashed for a second too.
I can't see my gun.
Buh.
I have a gun. Shit's bugged.
Not live? Not live?
I think I need to call not. I don't.
Yeah. Call not live. Call not live. You can't call it after the fact. Yeah, at this point, you just got to play out the round, Frizzy. What the absolute F?
Yeah.
I've never seen that before in my life. I've literally never seen that before in my life. Game looks fine now. All right, seems like Frizzy's just gonna rip it after he gets some stuff fixed. He couldn't reset to the last round, unfortunately, because his teammate had already died.
Watching the left
So
wall. They're doubled upstairs right now.
we're just gonna keep it going as if nothing ever happened. That was a round that they were gonna lose anyway, more than likely. They had no armor and just a pistol, so.
Okay. You can let him peek now.
Like I said, his teammate also died, so he was in a 1 versus 2 with no armor, man. You can spam all the way through that? Little Beer discovered something new today. You can just spam 100% damage through that green box with an A1S even, with low penetration that weapon has.
Showing in my inventory, like I couldn't see myself holding it, and then when I tried to shoot, it glitched out, and it was just showing the muzzle flash. And
CT timeout taken.
Shot sound over and over and over.
Guys never have roommates? What happened to you, Blueprint?
I don't know what that was. I haven't seen that before. You want to try to get out to the left? And
I don't think anything's gonna change. I don't think anything is gonna change. Nothing really.
Hello, can you hear me?
Would have happened otherwise.
I think that glitched round we're gonna have to reset for, guys.
We are gonna reset. I mean, I couldn't even see.
Not live, and I took damage, so I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't even see like when I was trying to shoot because my screen was fucked. So
We're investigating.
You guys wanted to do, but
Can you call timeout?
I think we're gonna investigate and see what's going on with that one, and I'll get back to you when we have greater info. If you want to wait around for a second, see why. Tony, why? Bro, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do, JJ? What do you want me to do? Don't worry. Admins are on the case. They're gonna talk it out.
Frizzy hacked. Frizzy had infinite ammo cheat. I'm kidding, that's not what happened. Tony, my guy, dance for us? Dance for you. I don't know about that. They're going to be restarting back from the point of when Frizzy was bugged out, so you guys know that they have 100% of the success rate. Ooh, 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 ooh. That was the worst request ever. Ban that guy for asking me to dance. You guys saw that because I got asked to. Totem. Totem? I have a friend named Tatum, T-A-T-M. I played with him too. He went to Fisher College. Tony got so comfortable commentating. I love it. We got a little comfy. We got a little comfy. Tony, make me an admin. I got you. There you go. You're admin now. Ban anybody you want. Your best 6-6? That's not what you meant to say. Put the shiesty on? I don't have a shiesty, bruh. Nah, Tony got moves. You guys are bugging. Listen, they're resetting back to the point, just to refresh everybody who might be missing. They're refreshing back to the point where Frizzy had glitched, so they make sure that this is provably fair and everything is correct. If you'd like to see, I'm going to play the clip back, and you can witness what happened on that. Just so you're aware. Just so you're aware, I'm going to be clipping it to see what was going on. Peep the clip, team. No gun.
I can't see my gun.
Can't see it.
I don't know if I even have.
Buys a deagle, and then he starts shooting, and it just bugs out. So there you go. Just so you're aware of the problem. Frizzy's flamethrower was bugging out. Tell them to update score. The score is incorrect on screen as it is, so don't worry about it for now. Rip the bong on stream. You are a crazy, crazy man. I actually quit. I actually quit smoking about 1.5 years, 2 years ago. During these moments, I'd love to play some Counter-Strike for you on stream. I have to see if I can get greenlit on that someday. That'd be a lot of fun. I'd kill to do that, man. But until that day is allowed, until that day comes, we just kind of have to chill with each other's company. Let's actually see who the stakers are. Let's see who the stakers are, bro. Tony, how many hours could you play CS at once? Probably like 10. I can go for like 10 hours, 8 to 10 hours. I've already done 8-hour days when I was a semi-professional coach. See our biggest winners, chat. See our biggest winners. What are we thinking? 122, 184, 184, 299. It's pretty good. 366 from Dad on Wheels. Damn, the 25. He actually went in on the 9-7 and hit big. Damn. I quit smoking about 5 minutes ago. Nuts. Crazy. And now we're back at COD. Yeah, these don't update for me. These don't update for me very regularly. Is this average CS2 gameplay? No, this is above average CS2 gameplay as far as the shots and things of that nature are concerned. But Counter-Strike is 5v5, not 2v2. It does not crash this much or bug this much at all. There was an update today, so. "32 hours on Rust? Straight? You played 32 hours of Rust straight? There you have it, chat. So, we're going back to the round that Frizzy had his bug. So, it will be going back to, I believe, 4 to 5. I think it'll be going back to 4 to 5 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there you have it. And keep that on screen for a second so you guys can take it in. Everything's gonna be recreated now to the point where the money is the same as it was and the buy will be the same as it was, and Frizzy will get himself a fair chance and a fair shot in that round that he didn't otherwise have. What happened with the DK and Jared game? How the hell they get 9-2? Well, I mean, Team Jared are one of the best teams in the league right now, and unfortunately for DK and Lycu, they just haven't really been able to pull themselves to that level just yet individually. And last time they played, it was 9-1 playing Dave. So, chat, I have a question for you, and this is honest and truthful. I want to know why you think it's unfair that Frizzy isn't able to go back to the round where he was unable to play it. Serious question. Frizzy won a whole round. They did win a whole round, but they also lost the whole round. You know what I mean? They think it's unfair because they're losing money? No, I know, I understand. I'm just saying that in terms of everybody getting the most provably fair reason. Everybody getting the most provably fair reason to play out. You know what I mean? And that would be the most provably fair reason for this one to be gone through, if we're being 100%. Tony, do you think they're gonna have enough time for their next their next game? Yeah. Well, the fact is that the next game has to wait anyway for them, so it shouldn't be that bad. You need your money? No, I got you. That makes sense. So at the very least, that next game is going to be waiting for them. Can't make everybody happy. Gotta do what's most fair. That is a pretty sensible take, if I do say so myself. The world needs more sensible takes. They should extend the stake time. I don't know. I don't know. I think we're just gonna go straight into the next game. Like, I don't think we're gonna do interviews for that one. We're just going to be getting set up immediately after this game concludes. CS Flash stakes? I think that's going to be coming in good time. Counter-Strike Flash stakes should be here at some point. I haven't actually encountered Flash stakes yet, team, so. I can't fully know. I love them, though. I think Flash stakes are super fun. Know what I mean, man? For those of you who have staked on other games, I'm sure that that's a pretty good time. No refund. I was rooting for Frizzy. He was just a true gamer, pushed it through and clutched up the next round. Slept avocados. That's real. Don't say fuck CS. I love CS. This is my favorite video game. Will the next game still be played? Yes. Just pay everybody out. Ah, that's a sensible man right there. Chat, react to that message with a 100 if I should just pay everybody out right now with the button I totally have that I can do that with. I mean, he not wrong. Not everybody gonna win, but if it's a round that's bugged, they should reset to that round. I mean, listen, you said it, not me. Thumbs down, thumbs down. Don't pay everybody out. Somebody doesn't want money. Tony, play me in rock, paper, sizzles. Rock, paper, pay me in rock, paper, scissors. Pay me in rock, paper, scissors, Tony. If you win, then I owe you $100, but if I win, then I owe you $100. What's gonna happen? They're just resetting back to the round with the glitch as we speak. The round that was glitch, 5-4. Shall. That's what's happening. Are they still closing the next game stakes at that time? I will get that information for you now. I'll ask that for you right now, just so you can know. No, 4 to 5. 4 to 5. The bug occurred at round 4 to 5. Who's playing next so I can predict it before it starts? That's going to be Frizzy and Tisky team. Frizzy and Tisky team. No, they didn't lose the round that the bug occurred on. We are resetting to the point where the bug had occurred prior to its beginning. So Frizzy gets a actual chance at playing the round. Like, all men deserve the right to. All men deserve the rights to play the video game. And women. And other. Everybody deserves the right to play this video game. It seems that the staking will close on time for the next match. Do I play any instruments? I used to play the piano. I used to do digital music. How is Frizzy gonna play the next way? Well, this game's gonna finish and they're just gonna jump straight into the next game. Straight up. So his next game is canceled? No. The next game will just be played immediately following this one. This game only has like 5 to 10 minutes left in it, so it should be right on schedule after. They just gotta do map vetoes and jump straight on in. The skin flute? Bruh. Quit playing with me.
I want to push up middle to...
No, they killed each other for the exact amount of money that they needed because you can't... that half resets and your money resets too, so there's only one round after that. So they have the exact amount of money that they would have had otherwise.
One's going right.
He didn't see me, he jumped left.
We are live. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
I'm tucking in some. Nice.
Little Beer gets his kill. And on this side hole, he's going to be on the railing. Guys, look, they reset the game back to the point of where they could play the round and they won it. Look at look at how the big difference it makes. Check it out. Now the game is entirely different than it otherwise would have been.
Just honestly, I want to fight, so I'm just gonna keep playing
So now that they got their fair shot, it proves to have mattered.
Okay. If they're util, like I'm over on the.
And now they look to play together on the right side of the map, leaving a lot of map control open. Leaving a lot for them to play for on the distance game. Both of them are on the site. Don't get pre-fired, don't get your head removed for fun, but he actually goes back up and in, and Wumbo can't do a damn thing to stop him. Little Beer even then finding his frag. Now they have a lead, 6 to 5.
I have kit. My R-dubs.
My R-dubs, those of you who know. Those who don't know.
What a weird situation.
They got plant. They're gonna buy again.
They will buy, yes. This guy keeps going left. I kind of want to get into sight. And
I love the shadow gif, bruh. I asked them about how they felt about the logos the other night, and they literally just found out about the fact that they had it. They didn't even know. That was an easy kill with a little bit of a sloppy spray there from Frizzy, but he's able to make it work regardless, and now it's just going to be a matter of finishing the pistol. He is a wide swung player to where Little Beer kind of lets his teammate get hung to dry.
That's a D, but he can grab my below.
And now he's got a rifle to work with. Frizzy's absolutely correct. Oh, this is awkward. This could get ugly. There's a gap, a very slight one. If I'm the T-side player right now, just tap the bomb. Just tap that bomb. He could have gone off anywhere right now. Little Beer is playing a weird brand of Counter-Strike. He can't get there. Little Beer, he can't get there. Little Beer, he can't get there. Is Frizzy not gonna tell him? He's a genius. He should know this. Come on, man. This is just tantalizing. This is just teasing right now. Wumbo, he's taken literally a minute off the clock shaven to try and get an upper hand of positioning somewhere on the map right now, wherever that may be. But now he's been heard, and now Little Beer is just going to be swarming him. Wumbo actually found a smoke too. Little Beer's chances are thinning. I don't know what the hell that was supposed to do, but he goes in anyway afterwards, and he finishes the round despite all of that craziness.
Shots
What
here,
a
steps
weird
there,
round,
gun
dude.
There, more shots here.
One of the ugliest
Nice shot.
brands of Counter-Strike we've seen in a minute. As far as the finish.
I have a feeling they are playing fast this round.
Frizzy and Little Beer said that they thought they would win this game 9-7, so maybe 9-8 ain't all that crazy.
Volley and then come back to you.
Because they seem to be pretty confident in themselves, and seeing as they're already in the lead by 2. There's nobody to say that it can't happen.
Oh, pushing me.
AK-47 wide to the swing.
Run.
Gallery.
Bait him into me.
Frizzy's going to sit in the trees. He's going to plant himself like Solid Snake, bro. I got to play the Solid Snake like Discovery sound. You know what I'm talking about when he gets noted by one of the enemies? It's like, "Bah!" and like the exclamation point comes above his head. But, I mean, Frizzy just makes himself a known entity. He doesn't wait for them to walk into his domain.
I don't know what spam going on.
It was. I saw the bullets.
And Wumbo. On to the clutch again. Wasn't successful when he only had one player to deal with, but now he's got 2. And now he is an AWP, and that's been communicated over.
Almost died. Dropped.
Yep.
You never know who you're watching. You're watching my goat Frizzy. Oh, Wumbo clutches with the AWP? That can't happen.
He jumped. You can jump from the.
That
roof
really
onto that
can't happen
building
if you're
over
Little Beer and Frizzy. It's one shot that needs to miss, and then you should be able to swing off of it. But even if a shot hits, you should be able to play for the trades.
Don't even give him a chance. Just wait till they tap bomb and then force us to like play 2v1.
Yeah, that's tough. This is Frizzy of Team Frizzy. Hey, don't be mean, JJ.
Dropped one.
But yeah, that was a little bit rough.
They probably sewed that up.
Now it's a matter of where Wumbo plays from with that off as Frizzy gets naded. He doesn't absolutely eat it. It's just a little bit of damage. It isn't that crazy. It doesn't blow my mind. But now they know that both of them are playing from high and from low. Wumbo loves playing the distance when his teammate takes the aggression. I'm not sure what all those random shots are all about, but Wumbo again gets the tag onto Frizzy and finishes Little Beer after the fact. That is a... It wasn't a double kill. I thought it was.
was. I lied. I rescind my double kill.
Probably gonna get an insta fight with Lou. But
I take it all back. MP9. Is he going to try and get up close and personal? This could be what the doctor ordered. This could be the change of pace that was needed, but oh, red. I can only imagine that's Louis with Wumbo on the sniper rifle. He's been doing it time and time again. Oh,
roof and then bottom left.
these HEs are scaring the shit out of me. That Molly as well is getting me a little bit worrisome. I don't think Louis would have dropped. He's just making sound, shooting through the corner wall. And Wumbo holding for his escape. They're looking to claim the lead. I can't believe that they've gotten this far in.
Just crouch jump onto it.
Enemies can't help hear you switching guns. Yeah, that's correct. Thank you, Monkey God, for being a knowledgeable individual and spreading the wealth. This could be what the doctor ordered. Listen, bro, my vocabulary is wide. I have like a thesaurus next to me. I read out every round to try and come up with something new and fangled to read out to you guys to make it interesting. I'm kidding. I don't actually have a thesaurus nerd emoji. Oh my god, and even through the wall, Wumbo's able to hit the adjustment. This time, not redacting it. That is a certified Wumbo double kill. That is killer. He does not stop on the op, and it looks like it honestly just might have been enough. Even with the reset and the 2 rounds that they were able to convert that they wouldn't have otherwise had.
Get in there and tuck.
This seems to be Frizzy versus Tisky on the next for them to play Redemption, unless they can do it here. They're heavily relying on Little Beer right now to find the aggression. Look in the top left of your screen, that orange dot, that's Little Beer. He's the one on the map trying to get in the back lines, at the back stab, and he will. Wumbo's down. Louis is known. Heard. AK collects, claps him, and only the first of them made out in hand. We are going to the golden gun.
Golden pistol. We just restart and go see.
And they're running it right back after this. They're just going back-to-back games, man.
Hey, real quick, for Golden Pistol, I forget, was it we start the side we started or the start at the end of the half?
Side you started.
Okay, thank you.
Frizzy gets confirmation from our referees who have been working their asses off tonight. Thank you, referees, for doing such a great job and paying attention to these matches. Whew. No, Koa, not... Oh, wait, never mind. You said GG, and I think Golden Gun. Yes, Koa. Golden Gun.
Right, and just double
the first of which that we have of the night. I like to play the NFL music, but I've been informed the NFL music is distracting.
Take P2.
And not very good for the players trying to really keep their focus on. The heartbeat maybe I'll have to add at some point, but we're gonna lock in. The pistol rounds are quick, man. They don't really have much other than pace. Frizzy wants it. He's talking about aggression. He's talking about getting in. He's talking about getting active, and I don't blame him.
Catwalk.
He gives his teammate a P250, I believe. Little Beer, he's got armor, but Louis doesn't give a shit, man. He does not care. He'll sit you no matter the weapon, no matter the armor, no matter the nades, no matter the space. And Wumbo is yet to even show himself. Wumbo is yet to even make himself a known factor in the Golden Gun. And that means that now with Frizzy on no armor himself, he's going to have his work quite cut out for him. Louis abandoning the right side swing, but reintegrating only moments after. Now he's going to call upon Wumbo to play for his support. A good smoke to isolate one of those angles, but Wumbo still could be very much so anywhere. On the middle ground, it's Wumbo who is profound on the peak, and that's 9-8. Golden Gun won by Wumbo and Louis. We're going straight into the next game. No delay, nothing crazy. We're just going to be waiting for them to get set up, and we're going to be ripping it. Been long enough, chat. I understand. Nah, the NFL music hype. Okay, well, maybe we'll try it again next time now that I've got my audio levels balanced and fixed, okay? Maybe. All right, now on to Tisky getting... Bro. No swearing, guys. No swearing in chat. Louis with the upset. I don't think it was an upset necessarily. Mike sounding crispy, bon amant, only because of one very talented individual who also just so happens to share the same name as you. What a crazy game that was. I really can't even... I mean, for the length of time it took. Is it... Wait, it's like a true or false with those golden guns. Yeah. Sarcastic Dan is green? I can go to sleep peacefully. Sarcastic Dan is green. Play it at least at the beginning. Don't gotta do it the whole round. Okay, fair enough. We'll do just the... and cut it. I love the NFL sound, man. 4th game of the night. Let's peep. Oh wait. Oh, I can't get into the pre-match. One sec. All right. Here we are. Now we can see it all. We're gonna be watching the Little Beer POV this time. Oh, the game is starting. The game is starting right out the gate. We're wasting no time. Pardon me. Why can't I?
The top and bottom. Oh my god.
Is my wait 1v1 me chat? Can you see me right now? Can you see my stream?
Frizzy, I bought a scout and I'm just gonna.
I can't see my stream on the app. That's the only reason why I'm asking.
Let me know if you see them on the left. And
Can I be seen? We can see it? Okay, word. Thank you, thank you. Now we can pause the music now that we're locked in fully. Tisky absolutely decimates Frizzy right there. That Deagle is deadly. We're on a new map. We're on a new territory. It's Whiplash, feels like, as we get into this one. And problematic is the fact that they win that pistol round, Frizzy and Little Beer, but aren't able to get in any deeper into this one with the more money that they've procured. They seem to have also set themselves on the back foot ever so slightly. Try to get about face in towards the deeper portions of this bomb site, and it might be your undoing. It's going to be as Tisky again with the Deagle. Damn.
Do we want to buy back?
Yeah, I'm going to W key into the door hallway.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't mean full buy. Sorry.
Nasty yell. Bombo clap. So says Tisky. 5.7 is a strong pistol, especially with some body armor and head armor to go along with it. But P250 is also pretty solid for Frizzy, so it would seem, making it sing and making the ears of Fat Guy ring as it's going to need to be the flank on. Frizzy needs to stay alive above all else. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. He could just maybe send him packing in the back if he fights in through the smoke, and Frizzy will double kill. He gets the round all on his own.
If I had a Deagle, I probably would have killed him, but 5.7 at long range isn't really the best thing.
Now they can try again their hand at having better weapon buys. The A1S with the AK-47 for Frizzy taken off the body of his fallen opponent. Up and at him. Okay, maybe not on the first time, but the second time around. Oh, he spotted the player's head at the backside of the rock. The jump spot. Yeah, they should know. This is not a place you want to play from anymore, Little Beer. What are you doing? Unfortunately, making yourself such an easy and open target for Fat Guy. The plant can be onward. It's Tisky to cover him. Or it's Fat Guy, actually, who tapped that bomb and didn't go for the full stick. This is not exactly playing in the way that I would have expected it to, with a back and forth affair so very soon. No consistency shown from either party.
Like towards mid door.
This is an interesting spot for sure. Frizzy gets to the backside square. Little Beer looks to play for him. That nade is catastrophic. Frizzy is in the red now. Frizzy has no health to play for. That headshot is nice. Oh, the second one is even more. So disgusting as Fat Guy gets laid out. Tisky just going on his swing. First tap to the bomb. Tisky not going to leave any fear in the back of his mind as far as that's to play for. Sound cue. It's a fake. It's a bait. Tisky. Is he playing around the smoke? He says, I know where he went, and he just brings himself back. That was a valiant attempt, though. That is not an easy shot to hit.
I don't like fighting that.
How many points to win? 9, Mulch. There's 2 halves. 1 attacking, 1 defending.
We could just molly plant, or...
So we could end the half 4-4. Or any combination of that. It's an 8-round half. Flash high even closer now to play a little bit more of a shallow swing, but Fat Guy is not blinded. They are ineffective to him. And this should be an easy read from Tisky right now that there could be a flank, pardon me, hot on their heels, and he will peek onto it as if it were the case. I don't know if I would be going all that aggressive on this one now, knowing that you're kind of isolated, though. Tisky and Fat Guy both. Nade off the wall. Might hit the player on the rafters or at the backside if he is just playing for his teammate to eventually swing, and he is on that bottom side ramp waiting for it.
Why don't we just play a molly bomb plant or something? Or we could HE.
Fortitude, Tisky, and Fat Guy have had a struggle season. They have not looked to be in their best shape, in their best form, but they have been doing some little damage here and there and keeping some of these games closer and closer, cutting the wire through on the Boom and No One, too, on a Palai match a couple of nights back, if you remember.
Behind default. I naded. That nade cracked him.
Cracked him? Pause. This ain't Fortnite, Youngblood, and you ain't cracking nobody. Nobody's getting cracked tonight in Counter-Strike.
He dropped down.
On that bottom side rafter railing for Tisky, he's been just abusing and using.
I got you. This map's fucking weird.
This isn't the same map. This isn't the same map, buddy, as the last map that they played. That was Palai. This is Rooftop. But I do understand your sentiment and feel for you. Frizzy is burning. Are they going to play a double on the railing? Oh, there's a box, or rather a ventilator you can play on too. Maybe, just maybe, this could be the place to play for Little Beer, the changeup that they've been looking for all this time. There's one player who's double backed over to their spawn, and now Frizzy's between a rock and a hard place. Frizzy's between both players, and Little Beer doesn't have full vision. He's going to need to swing hard. He's going to need to get activated. And there he goes. Again from spawn, being a thorn in their side, both players having been calmed. Time is of the essence now. Smoke deep. Little Beard playing with the idea of jumping up onto it, but not fully committing just yet, but exposing himself to Tisky as he didn't fully realize how much he could be seen. Tisky incendiary to the ground, and he's practically running and gunning to try and find him there to close out the half 6-2.
We're swinging left, you said?
Next half needs a pistol round, to be honest with you, if you're going to be Frizzy and Little Beer looking to make it back. If you're looking to make your stake to your claim, quite literally and figuratively, I guess. Frizzy will hit his and doubles down. The double kill from Frizzy, baby. He's back. Ah, the man himself has returned to the forefront of the fragging department.
They're probably just gonna push shit.
Oh, baby. That was necessary. One more game after this. They're looking to keep us on track for about 10 minutes time before it. And if they can make this comeback clean,
And this sees them now just trying to elevate, see what's going on. Are they playing about chase? Are they playing behind these boxes? Are they getting a little bit ratty? Are they going to get a little bit silly willy willy? Or are they going to start to do some ratty maneuvers, if you will? Not going to clear that close right box, but it won't matter. It's Tisky from, I believe, the ramp with the Desert Eagle, and then Frizzy's on 11. Tisky is a demon with the Deagle. What the hell is even that? Ultimate annihilation. Ooh. Bro. Tisky is... I don't know what he ate for breakfast. I don't know what side of the bed he woke up on that I need to do, but what was that nade? It bounces back and blows them both up a little bit. Tisky with the dink and dead. In the water is Little Beer, and we look to go to 8-3. It ain't looking cute. It ain't looking pretty. This one's a bloodbath.
I'm gonna try to hit a headshot gun default.
It would be a comeback of a century right now. It would be something of traumatic proportions. And Little Beer, he's going to get rolled by Fat Guy again. The double zoom betrays him. Is Frizzy any better for the fight as he fleshes out the first of them and softens out the topside rafters player? Headshot on the Fat Guy. Tisky, he dropped down low. And we do finish out our day.
That was so stupid.
Yeah, that's tough. It didn't really look to be the same Little Beer and Frizzy that we'd come to anticipate from that last match, chat. We just inform our contestants that we will not be doing our post-game interview. I said we're doing our pre-game interview, and then Raven responded with, "Oh, I'm pre-gaming. 45 beers. 45 beers before the match. Thoughts, chat? Would you like to partake?" I could be down for 44 beers. Let me check who we're going to be watching for the POV in this game, just so you guys are aware of that much as well before I show you the final graphic and you guys can get your fill for knowledge. We're going to be watching Raven's POV for Team STX. So chat, take a look at this. What do you make of this right now, the number 3 ranked team to the number 11? It's a little bit of a discrepancy despite there being a number of games grinded out for the both of them. It's seemingly Empathy and Fox who are above and beyond. 14 wins to 5 losses, 8-18. There's a head-to-head that's already gone down too. 9-7 was the last time. Empathy winning on Whistle. That was a bit of a longer one. Tonight is Palai, and we've seen some Kryptonite shown from, I believe, both of these teams, but STX and Raven getting more and more reps on it in particular. That's something you got to keep in mind as we go down the stretch. That's something you have to keep in the back of your brains. The first blood also being pretty heavily favored for Empathy and Lydia in recent times. I think that we've definitely seen that pretty regularly just as well. The kill count for Raven that we're going to be looking for onto the stake just as well as 9 above or below. And I'm personally in the camp of Empathy and Fox in the overall win. That's where I'm leaning right now, me personally. And as far as the first blood is concerned, I think Empathy is a pretty good player to put that onus on, but it's entirely reasonable that they play a little bit more refrain from STX and Raven on this map in particular. Palai, one that doesn't really make for you to be hyper aggressive, so to speak, but let's get their thoughts. Well, welcome in. We had a crazy night of some very interesting tech pauses that now bring us to our final game of the night, though. Hopefully no hitches on this one. Fingers crossed, knock on wood. How are we feeling on this Wednesday, or sorry, for many people, I don't know about you, Thursday morning?
I have not been on my computer like all day.
No Battlefield?
I mean, I played it to warm up, but
Okay,
that's
all
different.
right. Okay, good. No, that's all I needed to hear. Listen, now I have some serious, mind behind what I'm coming to expect from you individually right now. You did the golden warm up. You did the players' enviable 30 bomb prep, and right now, obviously, 30 kills. We were saying that would need to be your next record set for how many kills you can find with that as your warm up. But right now, going into Palai, going into a team that you're relatively familiar with, what is the expectation for how deep this game does go? Pardon me, because I think that when you look at both of your teams, I would be expecting a little bit more of a closer affair here and there, but as far as your dynamics are concerned, you two are more star player oriented.
I'd say so.
They might get a round or two.
Oh,
but
yeah.
No, 9-0.
I don't know about that. They might like accident something.
Listen, I like the aggressive feelings on it just as well, being the 9-0. No. They're gonna accident their way into a couple of rounds.
All right.
That's the kind of trash talk we need. Slam them, Fox.
I'm saying it right now. Raven's gonna say 9-0, and it's gonna be the funniest thing ever right after.
Okay, well, listen, I'm not gonna say a word. I'm not gonna obviously go in there and let them know that I know what you predicted they would predict, but you can tune into the stream and see what they are gonna say for yourself when I do go over to their side of things. But how is the comfortability really settling in for you two now, entering the halfway point of the season as far as the map spread is concerned? Have you played a majority of these multiple times now to where you have a better understanding than you did before? Are you feeling like you're getting to that point?
I think we played all of them, at least twice.
Good.
I like Palai. After our last one, I think we got it down.
It warms up to you, I think.
Yeah, and I think the more we understand the maps, the better we are in comparison to others.
Sure. I mean, you already have a really good record to back that. I think when it comes to your second times around on repeating maps, I think you start to really elevate your game. And tonight we're going to see whether or not you can do the same. You already have the head-to-head win. It was a tight one, though, the last time that you had met. But that was Whistle. That was a completely different place to speak on. But right now on Palai, if you're comfortable, if you're feeling good, if you're feeling hot and ready, if the hands are ready to rip it, then we are just as well. I'm going to get the chance to talk to them, though, and we'll see what they think about that potential 9-0. We'll find out what they say.
Have a good cast.
Thank you. Have a good game. We'll see you maybe in the winner's interview. Raven and STX. It has been a tumultuous time in the between you having played this exact roster and the 9-7 that was a very tight affair into a map now on Palai, where they're feeling a little bit more comfortable than they have previously. But I was saying that I think you have also gotten a little bit more warm to this map as of recently with more reps under your belt. How true do you find that statement to be?
Yeah, I mean, we managed to beat Shane and Slump on it, and they're super good. So
sure.
Our problem is more like we're familiar with how we both like to play.
Right.
Since we're like very familiar with each other as players.
You said that's a problem? Or a problem for them?
I meant more so like, I know they like looked at the game we played last week and stuff like that.
Right.
So that like anything new we might have done, like they'll probably be like keen to.
That's interesting. A little bit of demo review coming out from both sides, or at least their side of things, to where you have something to maybe look out for as far as being too predictable is concerned. So they have given me their predictions, and I want to know what your thoughts are before I spill the beans on what they were thinking and what they were saying.
I mean, we'll probably beat them like 9-2.
9-0.
So
9-0.
Really?
9-2.
I thought we were gonna let them have some.
Okay, well, the prediction was initially 9-2 from Empathy, and Fox then said 9-0, and then they said that Raven would say 9-0. That was the prediction that they gave, and they seem to be on the ball. So now I'm a little bit worried for you guys because they've already hit one prediction. So who's to say it won't be two? I don't know. I don't know. For those of you, I know I'm going to expose myself out there. But for those of you who've seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, it's like Joseph Joestar just predicting what they're going to say before they've even let the words leave their lips. But right now, we're going to need to see if you can change your fate and leave them stunned, because we have a final game of the night to get into, about a minute to stake. I'll see you guys in a little bit.
Thank you, Tim.
Well, we've got a game on our hands, ladies and gents, and there's some confidence on both sides of things, so there's not really a whole lot to say other than play with your heart Let it fly, chat. Let it fly. Don't let anything go wasted in potential right now, because this one is going to be the banger, I can only imagine. To end all bangers. Hopefully no issues arise as well. POV is concerned, we're going to watch Raven. For those of you who may be wondering, pondering upon your orb to what we'll be doing with that. The Raven POV is where we go. Tell everyone how we macked? What are you talking about, bruh? What you talking about, Greengrass? You're going crazy. You're going off the walls, Greengrass. You're unhinged. I'm all for it. Stop spilling the beans is awesome. Stop spilling the damn beans. Put the beans back, bruh. I'm not supposed to tell anyone sorry. Keep your mouth shut. The game screen is black right now. I hope there was no crash. There was a game. Was there a game update? There might have been a game update that fixed that bug that we were talking about before, guys. There's nothing that's gonna take any longer. They just update the game and start the lobby. NBD. No big deal, chat. That's slang. I'm using slang. I'm using slang, chat. For those of you who are unaware. And the game's getting going, but Raven's POV is black screen, so I'm gonna switch to STX. Sorry guys, I had to switch POVs. So the first blood is Fox. Fox finds first blood.
Yes, Raven. Yes. Big round.
But Raven finishes the clutch, and that's the most important thing. That's the big double kill. Double kill. That gets us going and brings it back. Turn off your exit lag next time. Get a grip, noob. Oh, the shit talk is coming into the server. Now they've got rifles, and now they've got a will to swing. How quickly are they trying to end this game? Raven seems to be pretty potent already in this map, and already having secured the double down. All right, we might be on for something beautiful. We might be on to something big. Empathy 9-3 is what Venom had gone for in the Twitch chat.
I'm gonna go jump.
$3 on 3 spreads or $1 on 1. How does that make any sense? Oh, and. I see. Now that makes sense. Now we're thinking, oh my god, what the hell is that from STX launching themselves off the top side of the roof? It's Fox who's honestly, truthfully, impressively able to find the spray in collecting that kill. And now it's up to Raven again. Raven, reliable as ever, the double kill and the clutch. Raven is electric on Palai to start the night. This is what you need. Raven was the player to watch for the kill count, might I remind you. What? No. No pausing. No pausing. No problems. No problems, guys. Please. No tech. Bro, they're tilting me. They're tilting the caster. They're tilting the caster. Do you know how bad of an idea it is to tilt the caster? I control your fate. Empathy and Fox.
When you can call timeout, please do.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yes. So if you could call a timeout and fix that, keep that timeout rolling.
Yeah, we'll time out.
That would be awesome. Thank you. Sorry, that 6 minutes.
Text me on here. I'm not getting any of your messages. I'll text your real phone number. Don't worry.
Yeah, I was seeing your cam, but just not your gameplay.
Who got first blood? Oh, Jesus God. It was Fox.
I thought.
Sorry, I just coughed in your freaking mouths, guys.
I think it happened right at the beginning.
You know I love you. I wouldn't do that on purpose unless you asked me to. This is not the Raven POV. I know it isn't. That's why I said that the black screen happened and then we're fixing that. Remember? 4.5 seconds ago, dude. I'm joking. I'm joking. Sorry I got pissed off at you. I didn't mean it, baby. Do that dance, boy. Dance. Boy.
Yeah, I got you now. You guys are good to play.
All right, back to the other POV. Back to where we were meant to be in the foist place. Noah. Oh my God, Noah. Noah ruining 1v1 me, bro. I played with Noah on a team last season. Or 2 seasons ago. White boy Carl. All right. Let's not get too pressed right now. Fox absolutely destroys STX on the D. Raven again and again and again. Needing to clutch, needing to come up big, and there's a double up on the Raptor side. Empathy was on the same space. Tricky, tricky. I'm invited to the cookout. That's actually huge, dude. Big if true. I appreciate the invitation and I humbly accept. I'll bring whatever you want. I'll bring the drinks. I can't bring any food, bruh. I'm not going back to the other POV, bum. You asked for this, you got it.
No, I think they're double draid again.
This is of your design. This was of your creation. You molded this world into what it is, and I'm just the one who delivered it to you.
I'll come up steps off here.
Okay. Keep walking then.
Now trying to, dude, I
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
can't get scared again tonight. My heart might blow up from all the Celsius I drank. I can't believe that just made me jump as it did already once tonight. Renya, otherwise known as AKA STX, 47 HP already, having been softened in the initial engagements in the 1 versus 2 clutch now, needing to not only dissect where the 2 players are playing from, but then also execute the kills. Not as easy as said as done. STX gonna give it their all, though, even still. The bomb lay loose in this front side of that smoke. They can just grab it, though, interestingly enough. And the CTs will have no way of knowing that she did so. So now it's only a matter of time. It's a game of cat and mouse with the positions of the last of them, with a Molotov that's also been retrieved. That's what STX has been granted to try and culminate this round into a clutch. That's a Hades music kit if I've ever heard that Raven is using. You've been invited, bring some paper plates and some burgers. No glizzies, bring some cut waters for the 304s. Okay. I was gonna make a mixed drink myself and bring it, but that's fine. I'm watching The Hangover 2 right now. Lock in, Greengrass. The 9+ might be on its way. They might be hitting that point. Soon enough, the op has been heard in the middle of the site. Now swing to the stairwell and Empathy sees Raven. STX, the conversion rate of the clutch has not yet been all too convincing. And there's only so many places that they can really be right now. So I can only imagine that Fox and Empathy are having one of the 2 of them hold. You heard the jump. Player low, 1 in the window. But the first of the hurdles, it's a stumble. They crash and burn.
I'll buy if you want to buy.
Sure. She's like, can we go roof?
Yeah, what are you gonna do at the next 10? I'm buying a Deagle.
See what they look to do with this now as we're at a tie score. Somehow we've managed to meet it ahead. Somehow we've managed to meet at the point of no return for one of these 2 after this round. Money's going to be awkward, and the half turn will be all the more
of a dire strait. No pushes, no aggression, no CT swing. Which has been pretty consistent throughout this map thus far for Empathy and Fox. This time, though, they don't get their opening pick. They don't get the man advantage. What they do get is a bullet to the brain. Punished by STX. And left to play for a disadvantage moment of their own. This Deagle down low of Empathy getting a little bit mixy with it and leaving a headshot stained to the skull, covered in blood from STX, but Raven. She's got it. If Empathy has no fans, I must be dead. That's real shit right there.
Hopping left. It's Lucy.
The official refrag in chat for Twitch right now as well. What up, what up? Real recognizes real from a primarily North American organization. For those of you who want to get better at Counter-Strike, official refrag. Refrag is a service that'll help you out. Non-sponsored, by the way, but who knows? Maybe some talks can be had between parties. But genuinely, if you want to get better at the video game. Tony, did I ever tell you that you look like Escanor? I don't know who Escanor is, but I'll pull him up maybe tomorrow and we'll see if that's true, how people feel. Is he an anime character? Is he that anime character? I do kind of look like him if I shave my shit and then grew this out a little bit. A little bit more. They're running it. They're going quick. They're running it through to try and get aggressive on the rafters, and right now the gush onto Raven makes this difficult, makes this a problem. As the wraparound from the same spot, STX takes up the space, and they're going to plant right in front of Raven and refuse to get off of it. Thinks that Fox has them covered from both positions, but they do not. Tony, give me 30 CS cases or else I leak how I drip candle wax on you. You're kinky.
I'm gonna push mid early. They're gonna buy deagles and be freaky, and I don't want to die to people on the roof.
Heard that step on the top side of the roof from the other player. Empathy's downed already. It should be Fox on discovery soon. Just peek it, honestly. Go for it. Screw it. She had 5 bullets left. She could have gone in for a deeper peek. And eventually they'll go back for it. No knife kills. Lock in, STX. You gotta win. No trolling. No more trolling. Finish the game. Hearing a lot of these footsteps again. Giving up a lot of sound cues are the offensive team right now, and that's been a little bit of their undoing, but Fox is not going to be giving all that much of a issue. Double kill, close range, STX giving them the bailout at 7 rounds now. And Raven has already cleared the 9 kill count, so they don't got to worry about that no mo. They don't got to worry about that no mo. Not one bit. The worst KD player got the most kills? Come on, chill. Chill. Can't a player get a kill? Can a player please get a kill? They're right in front of this doorway. Dinked, finished. Next to the frags, it's just too low. Raven, not enough HP to be able to convert the next to the kills. That's an awkward engagement. Baited. You got jebaited. You got jebaited. Wingman greater than Premier. Refrag, I am now questioning all that I know about you and your ball knowledge. And I'm questioning whether or not I should ban you. Roof player dropped down. This should be an easy peek, I think, from Raven. No, they slid down to the left. They slid down to the left. They're on the half wall. And they just dropped down into the bottom side of the site. And now it's the flank. Now it's the timing. Now it's the time to make the play. Now is the time to make the move of a life that Raven has been living on the edge of for this game thus far. This should be a first kill freebie when she finds this initial. Honestly, Empathy on a pretty hard clear, though.
What?
Prime Shroud and Bolo
That's pretty smart, actually.
had a baby.
Throw the molly so they can't peek left and get forced out. Then they can walk right.
Very interesting.
Money up. I'm getting a gun.
No head armor, but not a problem right now. Like I said, guys, the AK-47 is a one-shot headshot regardless, so on the CT side, you can save yourself a couple extra dollars by buying just body armor and no helmet. $350 in your pocket to invest in better weaponry or utility if you prefer.
Not peeking lower. Right side roof,
It's only a matter of time before one of these players will make their contact. And there's that headshot potential I was talking about from Empathy, making it happen and making it work. It's damage already onto STX. Empathy not known to shy away from a fight. But right now, things have gone quiet, and STX is on recovery. Looking to find ourselves a tie score if you are Empathy, who's gotten yourself into a comfortable position. But I don't know how much damage that could have been inflicted onto her, if any at all. I don't even know if a bullet left the chamber to connect. Closer and closer. Waiting for the exposition of that bomb to be tapped. XTX is the one who has the element of time on their side. It's Empathy who needs the plant. It's Empathy who's playing the objective. And there's that footstep. How much of Empathy can be seen from the site is the next question. It's just on the backside of green. She'll get the plant off. Playing not scared, but as cautiously as they have to. Almost dying from fall damage, and now only one bullet needed from Empathy to get themselves the game on the tie. Hi, Apollo. My heart, man. These games get too damn close. Blueprint got 9-8. Mr. Man got 9-8 both ways. Let's keep in mind that if we're looking at the super stakes right now, 9-8 is a 13 times multiplier payout for Empathy and a 14 for STX. Absurd might this be, and Empathy has just gotten in the back lines. They have ripped them limb from limb and gone so silent in the walk into their centers of scope that they have no chance in hell. When their backs are both turned, it's as easy as peasy. They've got money enough to buy one more time. Double up, double swing. The rafters. The only place that they can be, the only place that they feel safe is that nade goes off the backside wall, of the volley does as well. It's Fox who finds the first and another player in the same position. Can they get the clutch? Can they get the kill? 9-7. Close it, wrap it up, and ship it. Because that game has been sent packing, and so too have Raven and STX. And this groovy ass jazz to finish out. I'm gonna move them over to get the talks going. Hello, hello. I gotta find my way. How to get? Oh, I think I brought the wrong. Wait, shit. I'm sorry. Everything's shifted. I'm trying to get Empathy and Fox, but the servers keep moving. Oh my gosh. Embarrassing. Sorry. Well, awkward. I brought in Raven in here because everything was shifting on the Discord screen, so that was awkward. But you predicted two things correct. The fact that Raven would predict 9-0, and the fact that you would win. It wasn't as dramatic as you said it would be, but you did it nonetheless. How does it feel to come out on top of that one, although it was a little longer? Do you feel maybe a little bit like you got pressed harder than you would have liked to?
I feel sad.
Sad.
Feel sad about winning.
I don't like beating my teammates. I feel sad.
Well, there's a term that they have for that. Actually, it's called growing up and beating
Think about
the shit
it,
out of
but
your
think about
friends.
it. Like, it's like watching your favorite team lose.
It's true, actually.
That is true.
It's
That is
watching a car crash in slow motion, but you're in the other car.
Exactly. It's kind of fucked up. Like,
Yeah, I know, I get that. Well, I mean, all in all,
gotta do what I gotta do.
You do. I was going to say you take that win, and you do need to take those wins and stack them up as many times as you can, because you are closing in on a destructive, not recovery, but just skyrocket in terms of wins and victories across this board. And the leaderboards are going to be seeing you shoot up even further beyond with a victory like that tacked on to it. So at the end of the night, you guys bring it home, and I say congratulations to you. And thank you for bringing us such a good matchup to what could have been a little bit more of a scary upset of sorts. You guys made it happen.
Who's got the best record right now?
Let's find out. I think it's Slump and Shane. You guys are probably one game behind them, maybe?
Have they played more games, or do they just have a better record?
They've
played
19
about the
games,
same.
16 wins. You have
Yeah.
the same amount of games, and one.
We have like one less one.
Yeah, one less. Two less. Wait, if this is your 20th game and it hasn't updated, then you have 15 wins. If you have 19 games like it says, then you have 14 wins. So, I think it's not updated. I think you guys are 20 games and 15 wins, so you're one game behind. But there you go. Banger games today, all the way across. We had some tech delays, like I said, but we got back on track. We're ending at 1:20 in the morning right now, which is pretty good for us. I appreciate you guys for stopping in for me at the end of this one as well. So thank you and congrats once again.
Thank you.
Always, and forever. Well, I mean, team, that's it. That's the end. We're kaput. We're done, dusted. Bingo, bango, bongo, bish, bash, bosh. I had a great time. I always do. It gets better and better every night. You guys get better and better every night as well. I appreciate you for all the support that you give me, the feedback you give me, the love that you give me, because I will reciprocate it every day. So long as you guys come back and stake for 1v1 me, I will be here for you as well. CS2 thanks you. 1v1 thanks you. Our great admins, our great tech team, as well as our great graphics designer, Koa, the GOAT. Thank you, everybody, for stopping in. And stay tuned for tomorrow's matches just as well. Thursday has already begun, but the match is not that far out.